Why, hello.
Hey.
Hey,
Uh,
happy
Good to have you.
Thursday.
Happy
I don't know
Thursday
why I
to
decided
you.
to say that so weird, but
Happy Thursday.
here we are. Choices have been made. I've been hanging out with children all day today. Maybe that's my excuse.
Yeah. Hi.
Hi,
Today's
guys.
Thursday. It's spelled with a TH.
You joke, but trying to get out of that mindset, I guess.
Do you know why a TH makes that sound? I don't either. We should have just made a new letter.
English is such a weird, messed up language, and this is
It really
coming from the
fucking
one who
is. It's
used to
so
teach
funny.
English.
I
It
blame
truly
the
is.
French, as I do all things.
What a reasonable approach, Rob.
Yep.
All right, well, hello. Welcome back to another Chatting with Doug and Rob, like we do every Thursday here. Holy cow, you guys, this hype train is already out of control.
Damn,
Insane.
woo.
Choo-choo.
So let's get through the rules so that people know what we're doing here, what's happening. We're going to give first priority, first and foremost, to the bit messages, because that is some real world money that is spent. If you highlight a message and spend some channel points on that, we cannot guarantee that we will see it. Sometimes we have time for them at the end, sometimes we don't, and that's just life. Please don't spam the same question over and over and over again. We are probably going to time you out, and if you're super persistent, ban you. And that also applies to giving bits as well. We get behind. Obviously, this hype train is already off the rails, and we
Oh, it's
haven't
Amtrak,
even.
then.
Oh no, and we haven't even started asking the questions yet. So we just get behind, and that's just life. We'll get to it. We get to it. And lastly, we forgot to mention this last week, but please make sure that your questions are not super long, just because one, we have a limited amount of time, but two, your question really tends to get lost in the paragraph of text. And sometimes by the time I'm done reading the question, they ask me what the question is and I don't even know. So
It's great that you care so much, but we get a lot of questions, man, and we get behind really quick, so.
yeah. So yeah, there we go. That's that.
There we go.
I think that
Let's do
means we can jump right to it, right?
Good. Let's do it.
Let's
Do it
just
now.
do it. Okay, fine, Doug.
No.
Good.
Terminator month, that's all I want to say, everything. Do it now!
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. What did you think of the Doom Patrol Season 2 finale, and what was your reaction to the imaginary friend scene?
I'm so... I hope they make a third season, God damn it, I
Yeah,
don't want it to stop
I
there.
liked it. It was short, though, and I think that's because of COVID, so.
Yeah, I'm like, fuck, please keep it going.
Yeah. I was
yeah,
so
no,
I was so heartbroken. I'm like, that's it? Fuck.
No, I like the imaginary friend, with the exception, I think, what's his name? The pilot didn't have one, which I thought was weird. But all the other ones I thought were range from really funny to kind of creepy. Sometimes both. So yeah, I loved it.
Majestic Demon, thank you for the 100 bits. Hello, you awesome trio of awesome awesomeness. How are you?
Good.
Doing good. Got to spend the afternoon with my nieces and nephews, so that's fun.
Always good.
Primizer, thank you for the 100 bits. Hi, everybody.
Hey.
Hi. That's it. No question. Just hi. Hi.
Oh, cool.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Are the positive reactions to the Snyder Cut surprising you that much?
The fearsome face
No.
of darkness.
Yeah, they are to me. I mean, I know what Rob was saying before, that, like, well, look, they're leaning towards, yeah, it's all right, it's decent. But even that, honestly, is surprising to me, especially for a 4-hour movie that probably has no color.
If you read
that's
if you
surprising.
read between the lines, it doesn't surprise me, because almost everything I've seen is basically just, yeah, it's all right, and it's better than the Whedon cut. Well, a flaming pile of dog crap's better than the Whedon cut. That doesn't say much.
That's true.
So I think our standards have been lowered so much, we're kind of like, oh yeah, well, it's not a complete dumpster fire, therefore I can say it's good. Like, so it
But we
doesn't
don't know.
it
We haven't
doesn't
seen it
surprise me. No, but I'm saying that's kind of the gist I'm getting from the reviews. I haven't seen reviews that are like, this is the greatest thing ever.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So a lot of it's just like, yeah, it's all right. So
Noff Noff, thank you for the 80 bits. Hello, Doug, Rob, and Heather. I hear Tell Nintendo World just opened in Universal Studios Japan.
Yeah, I saw.
I know, I
some,
kind of want to check that out if I
It
ever get
looks
over there.
amazing. It looks so
I
good.
can't believe- Yeah, I can't believe when I first saw the footage, I thought that was all CG. I couldn't
Yeah.
believe that was actually there. And then when people had actually walked in the park, I'm like, holy shit, that's all really there. So
Yep.
I think it looks awesome.
I want to go so bad. I also just miss Japan so hecking much that, like, I want to go so bad. And the
That's
one,
such a Japan place.
Yeah.
That literal Mario world.
the United States one now got pushed back until 2025.
You know what?
So,
I'll wait. If they're gonna get it right, I'll wait.
yeah, but it was supposed to be 2023. It got pushed back a whole 2 years. I'm mad about it. Big Mac, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, do you think you'll do a top 11 worst trees in video games?
Tree. Okay. Took me a minute. I got you.
Fearsome face of
No, I'll do a top
darkness.
1 list. Fucking Kingdom Hearts.
The Winnie the Pooh tree.
Goddamn Winnie the Pooh tree.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Which show do you prefer, The Boys or Doom Patrol?
Doom
For me-
Patrol.
for me, Doom Patrol.
I do really love The Boys, so
The
but
Boys
Doom,
is really good.
Doom Patrol ticks off that Addams Family-like quality I enjoy. I love seeing underdog characters, which The Boys does kind of have, but there's the familial aspect of Doom Patrol I really enjoy. Plus, it's just fucking crazy.
Yeah, some of the stuff I could predict in The Boys, not a ton, but some of it, and it's very dramatic and stuff. Doom Patrol is just, you can't predict a damn thing, and it's so bizarre and so weird and so funny. And it just has everything I kind of want in a show.
Modika, thank you for the 50 bits. Hi guys, I know it's still very early, but do you have any tentative plans for the 15th anniversary of the NC next year?
Boy, I don't. Do you?
Yeah, well, especially if anything, I don't know, I like zeros, I like 10s, I like 20s, I like stuff like that. That's where I'd be like, whoa, 20 years, what? So
Maybe like do one episode or something, but I think too, just coming out of the Rona, like
Mhm.
I don't know if we want to do anything giant next year and just kind of enjoy life a little, because
Yeah.
Right?
In this Nostalgia Critic review, just we sit on the couch and we talk and say how much we
Yeah,
love
if it-
each other.
If it's between doing a convention
Nice.
or a 15th anniversary episode, I would choose the convention. I'm like,
Yeah.
human interaction, yay.
Yeah, I know. I'm like, I feel like I don't know how to person anymore because all my interactions are through the internet like this. And I'm like, how do I actually person when I see a real person? How do I do that? Sergeant Dog Dirt, thank you for the 100 bits. Who would you cast in a new Ghost Rider movie?
Maggots, the fearsome
Man, I haven't
face
read
of darkness.
much Ghost Rider, so I'm not the person to ask.
Yeah,
I
I don't
don't,
know.
yeah, I don't know off the top of my head. I really like Nicolas Cage.
I
mean,
know, right?
I would just bring him back.
But I mean, yeah, just give him better direction, because in the first one he was so
Yeah.
boring, just so weird.
Hmm.
Yeah, I mean, I think that was on the director, though. We know Nicolas Cage can go nuts, so I'd bring him back. Let's get some redemption for Cage.
I know, guys. Thank you for the 50 bits. I have 3 questions, so we'll have to do these fast. For Doug, will you review the Bobbleheads movie?
Probably.
The
Heard
final
enough.
The final season of DuckTales is coming out on April 30th on Disney Plus, so I think you'll be able to begin. So, do you think you'll be able to begin in May?
I'm gonna try. I'm getting through Clone Wars, and I gotta get through Tangled. So that's hopefully one I can get to. If not this year, next year.
And 3, for all of you, what are your thoughts on Friends? I personally think it's a good sitcom.
I was a Seinfeld guy. That's all I'll say.
Yeah, I didn't like it when I was younger. I do want to give it another chance because I want to see if I like it now that I'm older. But when I was a teen, it was not my thing.
Yeah, it wasn't my thing either. Flutter Guy, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey Doug, been enjoying your Kingdom Hearts streams, and I'm looking forward to you tackling number 2 soon. Gotta say that I too was annoyed that Sora's reason for wanting Kairi to stay behind wasn't out of love / caring too much for her well-being, as cliche as that may sound, but because he viewed her as a hindrance. In fact, this game was from 2002, so I think they could have used the love / care cliche before it was overused. I'd rather have something familiar yet heartwarming than different, but shallow.
Yeah, I agree. I thought it was pretty lame. Just, you kind of get in the way. I'm like, dick? Like, you saved this person's life, but dick? It's like, she kind of saved you too. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. I thought it was weird.
Taja Payne, thank you for the 50 bits. What books do you know about and want to read, but haven't found the time to do so?
I've gotten really big into autobiographies. That's like, I love going to... I still like going to a bookstore, but looking online and seeing like if somebody wrote something, it's like, oh, I never knew I wanted to know that person's story. Okay, like I like reading about the Mighty Pythons. I like reading directors' biographies and stuff like that. So yeah.
There's a couple classics I should crack into, like, the big Russian epics and War and Peace and Les Miserables, but I've just never quite gotten into them.
Okay.
Otherwise, I just read what I want. So
The joys of being an adult.
yeah.
Majestic Demon, thank you for the 100 bits.
Every day.
It took me 3 sittings and 8 hours to finish watching Snyder's Justice League. I'm glad I saw it, but man, that movie's so long.
That's
what I
the
hear,
good
yeah.
reviews say, and that's what has me worried. Like, even the ones
Everyone's
that are
like,
praising
4
the film
hours,
are just
man.
like, man, dude, it's 4 hours. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to find like random chunks of time to watch it before Awesome Comics and Coffee on Saturday, because it's like I don't know when I'm gonna have time to sit down for 4 hours. I just can't.
Yeah, I'm gonna try tomorrow, but no promises.
Right. Kamester, thank you for the 100 bits. What are your top 5 animated movies of all time? My number 1, The Prince of Egypt, 2, Spider-Verse, 3, Soul, 4, Monsters Inc., 5, Up.
Man, I'll just
Millennium Actress. Fantasia would probably be in there.
Yeah, that's one of mine. Yeah, like Fantasia, Inside Out, Spirited Away.
Spirited Away is really good.
Soul's pretty damn good. Man, I don't know. Beauty and the Beast. I don't know.
Sergeant
There's so
Dog.
many. Sorry.
No, that's all right. Sorry. Sergeant Dog Dirt, thank you for the 100 bits.
Every day.
How long would you last in the Kingdom Hearts drinking game, where you take a shot each time heart was said?
Or Light.
There you go.
Heart, I could probably get through. Light, I don't know, man. Just in that one sequence with that old lady, I think I'd be dead.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. What are your thoughts on Watchmen, and who was your favorite character?
Talking about the series or the Snyder film?
Yeah, or
Right.
even the comic. Yeah, they're all pretty different. I like the Snyder film okay. The comic's obviously better. I haven't seen the show.
I
Same
haven't
thing.
either.
I haven't seen the show.
It's a toss-up
like,
between Rorschach and the blue dude.
Yeah.
Wait,
Wow,
Dr.
that was my
Manhattan?
exact pick. I was like Dr.
Yeah.
Manhattan and then maybe Rorschach.
Same,
They're
actually.
very opposite.
Doug's Poo Tree, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, now you're watching New Simpsons. The latest Simpsons episode was like the writers got high and wrote an episode. Had some really funny jokes, though.
Ooh, I gotta check that out. Yeah, I have to get back into that because I've been watching Hilda at night now because I really like that show. So once I get through that, I'll get back to Simpsons.
Okami Battle Block, thank you for the 100 bits. Hi guys, first time question right here. And after Doug broke my heart with the Mamma Mia NC, I wonder if you would at least look at Mamma Mia 2, as it's a huge improvement over the first, even though the first is perfect.
Yeah, on your own, Doug.
No, I've heard a lot of people say it's actually a good sequel, and I, just out of sheer curiosity, I wouldn't mind checking it out just to see how. Maybe killing Meryl Streep helped. I don't know.
Semi-ironic, thank you for the 50 bits. Thoughts on the Razzie nominations?
I didn't see who got nominated. I'm sure there's plenty to choose from.
Oh, I saw a couple of the nominations, and I honestly thought there could probably be. I know Robert Downey Jr. got it, and he probably deserves it. That accent, I don't know what that was in Doolittle, but
Oh, Travolta from The Fanatic. That's pretty great.
yeah.
Cats, yeah. Okay, actually, these look kind of fun. I might have to check that out later.
Framizer, thank you for the 400 bits. If you could visit a fictional theme park from a TV show or movie, what would you visit? I would visit Luna Park from Futurama and Jurassic World before the T-Rex incident.
Oh, Happy
would go-
World Land from
Happy World
Tiny
Land,
Toons.
man. That's
How I
totally what
spent
I
my
was gonna
summer
say.
vacation,
Oh my god,
where the fun never stops. It's only $80 a pop.
We used to draw those rides, remember, when we were kids, and we would lay it out like an actual map.
Well,
like
the bullet
at-
train to heck.
Yeah, oh, I loved it. Loved
Happy
it.
Go Pukey.
Small Movie World, thank you so much for the 2,500 bits. Appreciate that.
Wink.
I
Oh, so
finally watched True Lies for the first time last weekend, and it was amazing. The horse chase was hilariously insane, and the 2-part climax is among some of the best action I've seen in a long time. What are your thoughts?
Oh, love it.
I love that movie to death.
Absolutely love it. The
Our
one
mom
criticism-
really liked that film. That's how amazing
Yeah.
that film was, and she wasn't
one-
much of
I
an
was
Arnold guy.
It's funny because I was telling Rob, it's the only Cameron movie where I feel like the surprise ending, or third act, fourth act, I should say, was the only one that I felt like, all right, I'm kind of done. We should wrap this up. But then when it starts, it's so great. I never want it to
Yeah.
end. So,
Dana, jump! I'll catch you.
I got you.
Firing the missile through the building with the dude. It's amazing.
So good.
Danny R., thank you for the 50 bits. I just watched this movie called Little Marines from 1991. I have no clue what to think of it. Part of me wants to watch it to try and figure it out, but I don't want to vouch for it.
I don't think I've ever even heard of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've never seen this.
Sounds like it would be like Major Pain or something.
But
Yeah,
there is a
right?
sequel.
Marines.
Little Marines 2.
Majestic Demon, thank you for the 100 bits. How sad are you that Avatar topped Endgame as the highest grossing film of all time?
It's all going to Disney. Who gives a fuck?
Cares. Yeah, it's all going to the same fucking mouse.
It's like they cheated. They re-released it. It's like, okay, then Endgame will release it, and Mickey will just go,
Yeah, they'll be. Oh, yeah. If you think there's never gonna be another release of Endgame, like, come on. So they'll play this game probably for forever.
Big Mac, thank you for the 50 bits. I finally got caught up on Doom Patrol. I have no idea what I just watched, but I think I loved it. Anyway, now I'll actually be able to understand your answers. Who are your favorite and least favorite characters?
I don't know. I love them all so much.
Also good,
Like,
'cause I love
speaking of
Timothy
favorite
Dalton.
kids, I can't choose. I really can't choose.
I think Cliff. I think Cliff's probably my favorite.
Yeah.
He's the funniest when he gets riled up. Nobody drops an F-bomb quite like him in that suit. Yeah, I don't know. I really like them all after that.
Okay. Least favorite, Baby Doll can get a little annoying.
Absolutely. Baby Doll is my least. Like, whenever she starts crying, I just want to fast forward. So, yeah, actually, that's a perfect answer.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. What are your thoughts on the Tom Hanks movie, That Thing You Do?
I really loves that movie, and I'm like, it's fine.
Yeah, I remember seeing that when it came out, and
It's cute.
I remember being fine. Yeah, like, so it's great song. That song is memorable.
Yeah, she really loves it, so.
I know, guys. Thank you for the 50 bits. Doug and Rob, what is your favorite episode of Hilda so far?
I honestly don't have one.
Part
of Hilda's just like zoning out, which is what I really love about it. So I don't know if I even remember specific episodes.
I like the one where it mostly focuses on the elves and like the war of the paperwork. That's such a funny thing. There's these little magical creatures and they're obsessed with paperwork. And the wars are about paperwork too. It just makes me laugh so hard.
Doug's Pootree, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, for God's sake, tell us, how did you get in touch with Corey Taylor?
Never!
Well, I climbed the magic Pootree. And he was what was at the top. The patience pays off.
I don't know why him sitting at the top of that
I hope
tree.
that gets back to him and he's like, what the fuck?
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. How would you rank the 5 main characters from Doom Patrol in terms of your favorite?
I told you, man, I can't. I love them all too much. I can't do it.
Small Movie World, thank you for the 666 bits. Doug, what's your favorite part of the video making process? Writing, shooting, acting, editing, etc. I've always been most keen on editing, even with a deadline. There's always something chilled and relaxing about doing it. Plus, seeing a project come together is obviously satisfying.
Oh, I like writing.
Yeah. For me, it's the editing, because you're seeing whether or not it's working. And if it's not, you can still change it. You can find ways around it through editing.
It's just what George Lucas said during the prequels.
Well, exactly. So gives you an idea of my talent. But yeah, it's I like the writing and I like the filming. I especially like the interacting with everybody when filming. But yeah, the editing's my favorite part.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug and Rob, is it weird to say that I like the thought of the Terminator X? It would make sense. Skynet would upgrade these things like phones, so combining the T-800 with the T-1000 seems right.
Oh yeah, no, the idea
I
is
wasn't-
cool.
yeah,
I
I
just
wasn't
think
against
she had
the
no
idea.
social skills. Yeah, the lack
Yeah.
of social skills is what's so
I
weird. Because Robert
like
Patrick,
your bike. Like,
yeah, like because Robert Patrick could be so convincing,
Yeah.
and she just you're immediately like that's a robot.
And they even did that in Genesis and a couple of the later ones where they've got a T-1000 wannabe. And I'm just like, yeah, they're way more like her inability to socialize. I'm like, this is a key flaw.
Yeah.
That's kind of botched.
Titaniac, thank you for the 100 bits. I think Legend of the Guardians by Zack Snyder would be perfect for a Nostalgia Critic video. Please consider it.
I have it on the list. I've never seen it.
Legend
I
of the
hear it's-
Guardians. It's
I think they
honestly,
mean the
it's
owl one.
fine.
I should check it out just to see it. I've heard so many mixed things about it, so I'll watch it at some point.
Yeah, it's not bad. It's not great either.
Majestic Demon, thank you for the 100 bits. Are your expectations for Falcon and Winter Soldier tomorrow higher than they were for WandaVision?
Probably
Honestly,
lower
WandaVision
after
kinda
watching
lowers
WandaVision. Yeah, maybe my expectations were too high for WandaVision, so they've actually been
What?
kind of lowered, which might be good for the movie. So
What show? What's a show, right?
Yeah,
Isn't
it's a
it?
show.
Or is it?
Yeah,
Oh,
it's a
show.
show.
Yeah, maybe because of that, because it's like, okay, it's gotta be a little simpler in the idea. It's gonna be these two guys fighting evil and stuff. So I guess maybe
I
that
feel
makes
like
me
it has a
look
better
forward
chance of knowing what it is. So it might
Yeah.
just appeal to my lizard brain. I don't know.
Kirok, thank you for the 100 bits. I recently saw your old Superman 4 review. I'm curious to think, will there be a 3 review? I actually like the third film.
Third film's amazing in that Wonder Woman 84 kind of way.
And they might have come out the same year, 84. I have it on the list. I'm always like, yeah, I'll get to it, and never get around. It does have one of the scariest scenes I ever saw when I was a kid. That's that lady being turned into the robot. That scared the fuck out of me when I was a kid.
So
If
didn't it give us like an arcade game? I feel like there was some Superman 3.
there's a scene in there where it's kind of like an arcade game. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Sergeant Dogdirt, thank you for the 100 bits. Based on your last review, do you not like Terminator 3D, the Universal Studios attraction, of course?
Oh, I like it. I saw it. It was a lot of fun. I will say, surprisingly, the best part was most of the rides back then. The ride was the best part, and the lead-in was kind of lame and kind of corny. That's the only one where it's like the ride itself. All right, the acting's a little hokey, but whatever. It's a ride. But the lead-in was so brilliant with the lady talking to you about, Skynet is going to be great. And they always had a different person each time. And then she gets killed in the middle of the show. It's really, really, they make her purposefully annoying. And they make the technology look so welcoming, but so creepy at the same time.
I always wanted to see it. I never got a chance.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Guys, I was rewatching the Jim Carrey movie Liar Liar, and it reminded me of an episode in the second to last season of Supernatural series where a character forced everyone to always tell the truth, and this caused societal breakdowns in the episode. So my question to all of you, considering we were raised not to lie because it's wrong and honesty is supposed to be the best policy, but is it really?
No, there's times to lie, definitely.
It's what you call the noble lie.
I was gonna say, especially if
I'm
you're
gonna
married.
make it right. Yes, you are, son.
Yeah, no. I mean, I don't know. It's hard to find many things that are like absolute, like, well, no, you always blank, you never blank. I mean, it's hard to find.
I mean, if you live life like that, you're probably a robot. You've just been programmed.
Yeah. So, it's if it's done for a good cause, I think it's not bad.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Which mediocre Terminator movie do you prefer? Terminator 3 or Dark Fate?
3.
So I'm writing Dark Fate right now. It's funny watching it in bits. It's actually not bad in little bits and pieces. When you put it all together,
whole,
you're like,
though.
yeah, you're like, we're doing this again. God damn it! And then it's actually kind of boring and stuff. But,
3, the last 20
was
minutes
funny.
saves a little. Yeah, Dark Fate was my second least favorite. My least favorite's still Genesis.
Matt, sorry.
Oh, sorry. I was saying, I don't know what. I just know Genesis is the worst and T2 is my favorite. Everything in between, I'm not sure.
Mad Hatter, thank you for the 1,000 bits. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
One amazing dark tune from my childhood was The Trap Door, a claymation show about horrific monsters rated kid-friendly. Might you consider it for dark tunes?
Trap Door?
The Trap Door. It's a claymation show.
Okay. Never heard. It looks neat. Yeah, I'll look into it.
Small Movie World, thank you for the 666 bits. As a fellow cat owner, I love my cat to bits, but he can be a pain in the ass sometimes. Like recently when he stole a sausage from the kitchen counter and didn't have the courtesy or bother to eat it. Have Chaplin or Buster ever tested your patience?
Chaplin vocally, Buster physically. Buster will chase, especially anything like if I'm moving like a light or a plug or something, he'll always try to get it and jump on it and stuff like that. And Chaplin vocally, whenever we try to go to sleep, like we have to have the door closed because he'll walk all over our faces on the bed. So we have to close the door and the whole night, meow, meow, meow. It's like, so we try to have a little noise machine to, drown it out, but it almost never works.
Doug's Poo Tree, thank you for the 50 bits. Ryan Reynolds watched Green Lantern for the first time and tweeted about it. He ended it by pretty much saying hundreds of incredible crew and cast members did amazing work.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sounds like
I
a
mean,
Ryan Reynolds move.
Even in shit movies, like people work hard. Like making a film at all is its own little miracle. So
Yeah, well,
remember Dante used to say, it's not about the final product, it's the journey. It's making the movie. You hope it's going to be good. That's not why you do it, though. It's the journey.
and honestly, it was a brilliant marketing campaign is what it was, because it was just, he was doing it while drinking his brand of gin. So it was all an advertisement for his gin.
Yeah, he is plugging that gin
like
crazy. I see those ads everywhere.
It's brilliant, because basically, like, if you bought a bottle, you could do the watch. Like, it was a brilliant marketing scheme is what it comes down to. Yeah.
It's very smart.
Anu, thank you for the 50 bits. Hey Walkers and Heather, have you heard of Shuki Levy, the #1 nostalgia composer of 80s, 90s cartoon intros? S-H-U-K-I.
No, but I feel
L-E-V-Y. S-H-U-K-I. So I assumed Shuki Levy.
Oh, okay. Oh, look at all that. I've always been curious about that stuff, actually. That's really cool. I'm going to look into that, because that sounds really cool. I've always been curious, like, is there a couple people that do all those theme songs, or how's it work?
Oh, that's a lot of projects.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I know, guys, thank you for the 50 bits. When you get through Terminator month, do you think you'll be able to do a review with Scott the Woz? I feel like you two could work perfectly well off each other.
I've seen some of his videos. I like his stuff. I'm not focusing as much on crossovers right now. I really want to focus more on doing kind of like smaller, almost more personal reviews. So I'm kind of, stuff like the Career Dive and the Freak Show Cinema and stuff like that. I want to see if I can get that kind of going. Try something a little different with that. But I've seen some of his videos. I really like them.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. What are your reaction to the imaginary Jesus character in Doom Patrol?
Oh, that was funny.
Yeah, that was hilarious.
Well, let me just tell him as a friend, like, dude, it's me, Jesus. Like, he was, like, really chill. And he's like, because that is probably how a kid, it's like, yeah, Jesus is your friend, man. Like, he would probably see him as that.
Semi-ironic, thank you for the 50 bits. Are you going to review Yoga Hosers?
Not if I don't have to. I heard it's not good. But I could be wrong, and maybe it's great. But there's a couple Kevin Smith films I haven't seen, and I just didn't have much interest in. I love Tusks, though.
Titaniac, thank you for the 100 bits. Out of all the months of the year, why do you choose March for Nostalgia Critic theme months?
It was originally January. And we just did that kind of as, I think, like the first year we did Nostalgia Critic. We're like, we should do a theme month. All right, let's do it next month. Sure, I think we did like Nickelodeon month. And then we sort of realized over the years, it's like, okay, so we have, Nostalgia Ween, then we have the commercial special in November, and then we have the Christmas reviews in December, and then we have a theme month. We're like, we need a break in here. So that was the reason why.
Matt Man, thank you for the 50 bits. Hi, Doug. When are you going to do a Nostalgia Critic video on Scooby-Doo Curse of the Lake Monster?
I literally just put on the list today, because I had the other one, the witch one, on there. And I do remember people asking, because that's like the other kind of live action Cartoon Network one they did. So I did put it on the list. I don't know when. Maybe sometime next year, because I want to do the which one first.
Small Movie World, thank you for the 666 bits. Any films you don't particularly like but contain one legitimately great or awesome scene? Quentin Tarantino's Death Proof is so tediously boring, but then suddenly we get one of the most kick-ass climaxes ever with that awesome car chase.
That's an
like
excellent
Mortal
choice.
Kombat, but the whole opening credits are amazing.
Yeah, there's a couple things in that I like. I mean, usually if you watch a first viewing, we usually say that's the one good scene or that's the one great scene.
The later
So
Terminator
I feel like
films,
a lot of movies do.
Yeah, the later Terminator films, each one there's like some scene tucked in there where I'm like, all right, well that was awesome. Rest of the movie sucks, but that was awesome.
Yeah.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. What did you think of the Jane flashback in the Doom Patrol Season 2 finale?
That was. I'm so curious where that's all heading, man. It's like I so hope they do a season 3, man. I hope they do a season 3.
I just love Jane because it's like you're getting 64 characters in one. What a deal!
Yeah, and she plays them really well. She does a really, really good job.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug and Rob, have you seen the Mortal Kombat 11 DLC characters like Terminator, RoboCop, and Rambo? You have to look up their speaking intros with the Mortal Kombat characters. It's so good, you'll laugh your ass off.
I've seen a little bit, but I haven't seen all of it, you know. Maybe I will. Maybe I will look more into it.
Majestic Demon, thank you for the 100 bits. Do you think we might actually see more movies in the DCEU with the success of the Snyder Cut?
I mean,
I don't know.
Snyder,
I don't know
Snyder has made it pretty obvious that he is not interested in working with DC anymore after everything that he's been through. So
yeah, this is his swan song with that thing. So
but you know
I don't
what?
think so.
Just go grab Joss Whedon to do the second half of Justice League, and I think we'll really have something here. Well, please.
There you go. I don't even know, like, if Henry Cavill and I don't know if everybody's all up for it even. So I don't know. Probably not.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug and Rob, I do have to admit that in Terminator 3, the scene where John threatens to kill himself and tells the Terminator he can do/choose whatever he wants because he's not a robot was a pretty good scene to me. It was like all the weight of trauma and responsibility of being this big leader became too much to bear. What do you guys think?
Yeah, that scene was fine. I thought it kind of rode a lot of him trying to dodge the responsibility of it too.
Yeah.
You know, while also it's like he doesn't want to believe that this is going to happen, so he's trying to save humanity, but it's also like he doesn't want to be the leader too. It's kind of like both of those things going on. So yeah, I like that scene.
Yeah, no, T3 worked just well enough. It's not my least favorite. It's just somewhere in the middle. But it's probably one of the better ones, sadly. And I did enjoy that scene.
Doug's Pootree, thank you for the 50 bits. To follow up on my last tip, I've read up on some really shitty horror movies, which I love, and you'd be surprised how many actors have actually become lifelong friends after being in a movie. I mean, the movies are shit, but it adds to it sometimes to find out what actually goes on behind the scenes.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
Oh, totally.
Well, even next week we have Terminator Salvation coming out, and the behind the scenes stuff is far more interesting than the actual movie.
Yeah.
So
the original ending I thought was actually probably their better idea.
I think that makes you like that movie a little more because you're like, well, I like what it could have been. It's like, but it wasn't. Because we didn't.
No, but it's the only one that had a seed of an original idea in it, whereas all the others have nothing. There's no original idea in the others at all.
General Kenobi, thank you for the 100 bits. I don't know if you will cover this during Terminator month, but what did you think of the Sarah Connor Chronicles TV series? I enjoyed it until it became a soap opera.
I didn't see it. I didn't see like an episode. Yeah, sorry.
I was done after T3. This is the first time I've seen any of it. Or no, wait, I did see Salvation, but the last two films, this is the first time I've seen them.
Small Movie World, thank you for the 420 bits. Any favorite film musical sequences? Step in Time and Mary Poppins is my all-time favorite. It's such an adrenaline rush and a spectacle. Others I love include Make 'em Laugh and Singin' in the Rain and Time Warp and Rocky Horror Picture Show.
I mean, Those are all good. This is Halloween,
Um,
Blues Brothers, any of the sequences from Blues Brothers.
Hellfire.
Hellfire, yeah, that's a good one.
I don't know if it counts, but the Smooth Criminal sequence from Moonwalker, I think is just one of the best things ever shot.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. I don't know if we can do this. Heather, can you sing the beginning of the Hooked on the Feeling song while the guys do the Ooga Chaka for the background? Here's the problem. I don't know if you've noted this, everyone. I've noticed this, everyone, but there's just enough of a delay to make that be an absolute trash fire.
That's true. That's true.
Sorry.
Where when we accidentally cut each other off, it's not because we're trying to cut each other off. It's probably because there's a delay, and I think they're done. You know, like there's enough of a delay that it's just gonna be a trash fire.
I just thought you both were horrible people and were cutting me off. Okay.
Oh, Rob, you got the hint.
Finally.
Well, now it's ruined. Thanks. Now he knows.
I mean, yeah, and I don't know all the words to that either. I just know, like, hooked on a feeling, I'm high on believing that you're in love with me. There we go. We tried. Oh, Taja Payne, thank you for the 50 bits. What are your feelings on the King's speech?
I like it.
It's fine. I like his story a lot. I think it completely overplays how important the monarchy was to that moment. Like, you know, that side of the film, I'm not a big monarchy fan. So, but yeah, him overcoming the speech impediment, I actually think is a story that really needs to be told. I wish there were more stories like that. So yeah.
You know, my uncle brought up a great point too. He said, you know, isn't it a shame schools should be showing this movie because it's so entertaining and has so much history to it, yet they won't because there's one scene where he says the F word a lot. And isn't that a shame? You know, and it's like, yeah, that's
ridiculous.
You're so right, though.
And
Speaking as a
they're
teacher.
all saying worse things on the playground. That's what kills. I remember what it was like in the 80s when I was in school. It was like we were saying way worse.
They still do, let me tell you, as a middle school teacher.
Oh, I'm sure they do.
Probably worse,
sure nothing's changed for the better.
I know, guys, thank you for the 50 bits. Do you think you'll like Falcon and Winter Soldier more than WandaVision?
I don't know.
I'm hoping
it
so,
looks good.
because I didn't like WandaVision, so there you go.
Yeah, I mean, it looks good, so here's hoping.
Majestic Demon, thank you for the 100 bits. Now that a lot of us have seen Snyder's Justice League, are you ready for Big Monkey versus Big Lizard in 2 weeks?
Yeah, ready for Big Monkey versus Big Lizard.
Yeah, I'm excited for that. The trailers look pretty cool.
And as Doom Patrol proved, I'm also ready for Big Rat versus Giant Cockroach. That's something I also didn't think I'd ever say, but...
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. 8 months until the next commercial special, Doug. There's a particular Kellogg's Nutrigrain commercial I think you'd like to see. You'll feel great! Have you ever seen that one? It's,
No.
It's, oh gosh, I can, like, the only part of it I remember is a girl, like, a woman shoving things up her shirt being like, babies everywhere!
What?
It was never aired. It was never aired. It's like, you take a bite of a Nutrigrain bar and, like, the guy takes a bite and he's like, ooh, I feel great. Hey, you want to have babies? And
that's like the first thing that popped up is that commercial.
Yep.
So yeah, I'll check that out.
It's wild. Small Movie World, thank you for the 420 bits. Any movies that you went in expecting to be one thing, but then they turned out to be something even better? I watched Room for the first time this week, the Brie Larson one, obviously, not our boy Tommy Wiseau's classic, and it surprised and blew me away. The plot unfolded more deeply than I ever expected it to.
From Dusk Till Dawn. I didn't know anything about that movie going in. The Babysitter, I knew nothing about that movie either going in.
This is gonna sound like a weird one, but Say Anything? I thought it was just gonna be a teen romance, and it's actually more about like a daughter and her father and like their troubled history and their future and stuff. I was just like, well, I just think of him holding the stereo, but there's like this whole other story that was really fascinating.
Lupin the Third, thank you for the 200 bits. If you could have a Disney TV show in Kingdom Hearts, what would you choose?
If I have a Disney
TV show. Yeah, like I would love to see a Kim Possible world. Let's get Sora hanging out with Kim Possible.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah.
Or Gargoyles. It'd be cool to fly around New York.
Yeah, Gargoyles would be fun. Did they do DuckTales?
No. Well,
No.
they're in the shops and stuff, but the nephews are, but yeah.
Oh, Rescue Rangers. Like so like you're small and everything's giant.
There you go. James Cork, thank you for the 50 bits. Hey Doug, loving these dark tunes you've been doing. One you must check out is from the TV show Brave Star, the episode The Price, the best anti-drug PSA ever made. Don't check the plot, don't search for anything about it, just find a copy and watch it. It'll drop your jaw, I guarantee it.
Ah, okay. Here, let me write that down so I don't forget. Brave Star? Is that what it's
Brave
called?
Star with 2 R's at the end. Brave Star, and then the episode is called The Price.
Price. Okay. All right. I'll see if I can. Oh, it's one word. Okay. I'll see if I can. I already see like this young kid like looking at someone holding like a shiny something. It's like I feel like I already know where it's going, but maybe I don't. I'm intrigued. I'll check it out.
Doug's Pootry, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you watched The 5-Year Engagement? It probably got mixed up in the giant amount of rom-coms, but it's a really funny movie with really good characters, even with the usual third act breakup. I actually didn't groan.
A 5-year engagement? I don't think so.
I haven't. I'm not a rom-com gal, though.
I'm usually not either. If it's good, but it has to actually be good, like good.
Yeah.
Unless it's a Christmas rom-com. In that case, be as bad as you want. I don't care.
Flutter Guy, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey guys, got my stimulus check and officially signed up for HBO Max yesterday. Any recommendations on what to start with? There's literally so many choices. I was even amazed to find several Cartoon Network shows on there.
Oh yeah. Oh, there's so much. My stuff's gonna be animated. The Looney Tunes, Steven Universe, Infinity Train is a good discovery. What else? The Andre the Giant documentary is great.
Doom Patrol.
Yeah, Doom Patrol. The Action Park.
Class Action Park.
Class Action Park. Yeah,
that was really good.
That one out. That was amazing.
Yeah. So much good stuff, man.
Small Movie World, thank you for the 420 bits. So as we've established before, you guys are getting better at reviewing great movies. So with that said, reckon we'll get a future festive review of the masterpiece that is Gremlins?
Gremlins is too... I'd almost rather do I'd rather pair it up with Gremlins.
I'd rather do Gremlins 2.
Is so batshit. So crazy.
I feel like there's... I like the first Gremlins, but I feel like there's more we could talk about with Gremlins 2. I have on the list, I really want to do Who Framed Roger Rabbit, because I think there's a lot of stuff we can talk about with that. But yeah, we got a couple other good movies on there that it's like, yeah, we just want to talk about them.
Extruder, thank you for the 500 bits. Appreciate that. No message, just 500 bits. Thank you.
Thank you.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, is there an episode of The Simpsons that can be on a Dark Tunes video? Because I recommend the episode called Homer's Enemy. It's where a guy named Frank Grimes loses his mind and life because of Homer.
Oh yeah, that's one of my favorites. I love that one.
So dark.
I'm trying to do just ones that were meant for like kids, like young kids. That's why I'm not really gonna do like Batman the Animated Series or Avatar or anything like that. But that is a great episode. I don't know. I'd had to really, really be in the mood to want to really talk about it if I was going to kind of break the rule and do that. Because I like keeping it where it's like, can you believe like kids were allowed to watch this?
Teja Payne, thank you for the 50 bits. What celebrity would you like to see a movie made about them? Personally, I'd like to see a movie about Victor Borg or Bill Finger.
I'd always like to see I always say like the whole Termite Terrace making of Looney Tunes. I don't even know how exciting it would be. I just think it'd be cool because I love Looney Tunes, and the making of it, I know they had like no money, which was kind of made them so interesting.
I'd like to see like another Bruce Lee biopic that's a little closer to reality. And probably honestly, I'd love to see an interesting one on Disney with not Tom Hanks, like somebody really like could look and sound like Disney.
Oh, and Andre the Giant would be very interesting too.
That'd be a good one too. Yeah.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 50 bits. Hello, you lovely three. So this is my question. For a future NC episode, after pandemic is over and all, what celebrity, big or small time, would you like to bring on for an episode? I was thinking of celebrities that haven't been on the show yet.
I'd like to finally get Meryl Streep on board.
Finally.
It's been long enough.
Own up.
You can bury the hatchet.
I like to get Jesus Christ in there. He's been dodging our emails for long enough. A lot of them is we just meet them at cons or like they see our work and, reach out. I mean, so it's not something we're like actively looking for. It's more just like, oh, hey, we talked, we hit it off, and you want to be on the show, sure. So usually just works like
no, that dude will kill us.
Majestic Demon, thank you for the 100 bits. What are your ultimate guilty pleasure films? For me, Suicide Squad and Catwoman.
Oh, I actually really enjoy Mars Attacks, Batman Returns, David Lynch's
the Country Bears.
Country Bears. Yeah, Wonder Woman 84
so
is definitely a guilty pleasure. Like, this isn't good, but it's great.
Doug's Poo Tree, thank you for the 50 bits. Anyway, I'm off to bed and I'll watch later. By the way, Doug, climb any nice trees lately?
No. No, I have not.
General,
somebody in chat said I feel like John Glover would be ready and willing. We should look him up because he would.
Yeah.
General Kenobi, thank you for the 100 bits. Is there a character you guys would like to see in Smash Bros? I still want to see Sora. And before you say, Heather, Joker is a character. I know Joker's a character in Smash Bros. I want to see Sora as well. I'm a Sora for Smash person. I'm sorry.
No, you know what?
I want to see the sun from Super Mario Brothers 3, and you just like,
you know who I want to see? Riku. That's who I want.
Riku! I love Riku.
That'd be a fun character to play.
Actually, I want the inanimate dancing plants in the Mario Brothers game. That's what I want to see.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, have you considered doing any Dark Toons videos for the original Teen Titans series? Because there are a handful that might fit the too dark for kids.
Oh, definitely. But that's another one that I think was kind of like Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah.
Like maybe lean a bit more towards kids, but there's a lot of episodes where it's like, no, this is meant for teens and older children and adults and stuff like that. So probably not, but I don't know. Again, and maybe I'll just get in the mood where I'm like, I want to break the rule, and I'll, go review some of them.
James Cork, thank you for the 50 bits. So lockdown finally drew me to the corner of watching the Twilight movies. And good grief, they're so bad, but so much fun. Would you guys consider going through them on NC? I know you, Doug, have a big beef with the fourth one for how it handles its themes.
I watched the first one again. We actually watched it with like riff tracks because I'm like, oh, you got to see how bad this is. It was surprisingly boring. Yeah, that's what kind of shocked me watching them again. Is you can talk about how awful they are, but they're surprisingly dull.
You want a good time? Watch what's he called? Cosmonaut Variety Hour. Went through all of them and did like kind of a sit down like first viewing that he edited down. And I thought that was hilarious. Go watch that.
Cameron Blythe, thank you for the 50 bits. After you finished Kingdom Hearts 1, are you going straight to Kingdom Hearts 2? If you think the song Simple and Clean is good, the Kingdom Hearts 2 theme is trippy.
Cool. Yeah, I'm gonna, we have a plan. Like, I'm gonna watch, what's it called? Chain of Memories? Yeah, I'm gonna watch like a recap of that. I'm gonna read up on it. And then we're gonna like, what we talking about, like doing like a quiz or something like that.
I'm gonna write you a quiz.
Yeah, to see if I can,
nice.
If I got
Teacher
everything
Heather,
down.
smack
Exactly.
Doug down.
Yeah.
And then I'm gonna play Kingdom Hearts 2 because apparently it's good to know that information going in. So yeah, that's what we're gonna do. We're pretty much gonna go into 2.
Heather, can you dress up like the Wicked Witch and like in A Christmas Story, just write F across the chalkboard?
I love it. I'll find a chalkboard just to do it.
Thank you.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. Question for Heather. Whenever people hear your name, do they sometimes make references to the movie Heathers? And if so, has it gotten under your skin? So Orlando, I think I've said this before, but yes, I used to hate it so much that I avoided seeing the movie so that I could be a little shit and be like, well, actually, I've never seen it, so no, it's not like that movie. It's just a popular name from the 80s. So I avoided seeing it for a long time.
I remember that. Yeah, I gotta remember that voice, man. That was hilarious.
So I avoided it for a long time because it used to annoy me so much. And then I finally watched it in college and I was like, God damn it, me. Why did we avoid seeing this? This movie's amazing.
It is a fun movie.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Do you think Cheetah was that bad in Wonder Woman 84? I personally thought she could have been worse after seeing how the DCEU just butchered Lex Luthor and Joker.
It was pretty, that outfit,
It's when she finally became Cheetah, and then the explanation for it, I'm like, that's how we're doing this? All right.
The whole thing was very Edward Nygma, too. Like, that movie seems cobbled together out of other superhero projects, and I kind of love it for it. It's this weird chimera. It's so bizarre.
I didn't mind that much beforehand. I thought Kristen Wiig was fine, doing her thing. But yeah, when she actually became that thing, I'm like, you look awful.
Framizer, thank you for the 69 bits. What are your thoughts on the Powerpuff Girls reboot?
Everything I've heard about it sounds spectacular.
I'm so excited.
And I had no interest until I heard it's a CW show and they're older and it's gonna be like what's the one with Archie? I'm forgetting the name.
Riverdale. I love Riverdale.
I'm just
I think it's gonna be
for the garbage.
Grade A garbage, like real raccoon delicacy garbage, and I can't wait.
CW teen trash is like my comfort food, so I'm hyped, so hyped. Danny R, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, what would it take for you to jump into the Green River?
Wanting to get an ear infection, because that's what happens when you jump into the Chicago River.
That's true.
No, if it's filled with ecto cooler, then I'd be in there already. You wouldn't even see me. I wouldn't even be part of the
You don't want to drink anything in that river, trust me.
If it's ecto cooler, I'll just already be dead. Because there won't be any of that river left.
Mr. D-Rec, thank you for the 60 bits. Did you guys enjoy Planes, Trains, and Automobiles? It's my all-time fave, but what are your thoughts?
Best Thanksgiving movie ever.
Yeah, I agree. I watch it every
movie.
Thanksgiving. What are you doing, Chapley? He's got like the zoomies or something here. I especially John Candy in that movie is just so good.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. I've watched the Snyder Justice League cut early this morning when it was available at 2 a.m. The film is definitely better, but I hope the Snyder fans don't be sore winners and push to get Snyder to do more DC movies. I really don't think they will. I think Snyder's done.
Oh, no.
I think they will.
Right, he won't.
I just don't think Snyder will bite.
But he's not going to do it. Yeah.
That's just one of many toxic fan bases out there. So they definitely will.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. How likely are you to do an Eddie Murphy month? I've said last week, but imagine that is awful. It has Thomas Hayden Church as a Native American stereotype. It's one of the most uncomfortable things I've ever seen in a late 2000s comedy.
Oh, it sounds amazing.
I know at some point I'll do Norbit because I've gotten requests for that for a while. And I've heard about Imagine That. I've also heard what Daddy Daycare and Meet Dave and stuff like that. But I don't have much interest. Norbit is the one I've gotten so many requests for, and people describe scenes where I'm kind of like, all right, I'm curious. I'm curious to see how bad this is.
Majestic Demon, thank you for the 100 bits. What do you think of Abominable, the DreamWorks animated film?
It was better. Wait, is that the one I saw? No, I saw Smallfoot, parody of Bigfoot. No, I did not see Abominable.
I saw it. It was all right.
Key-Rock, thank you so much for the 1,000 bits. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
I saw your review on The Lost Boys. Made me wonder, Doug or Rob, have either of you seen Near Dark?
Near Dark? I don't
Near
think
Dark.
So. Let me see.
Sounds familiar.
Near Dark movie.
Is that a vampire movie? I had a vampire phase in high school.
I mean, it looks like one.
I have not.
Wait, it really looks like one. Yeah. No.
Oh, Bill Paxton's in it. I gotta check it out. And Lance Henriksen. A great cast.
Yeah, I'll try to look into that. Sure.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug and Rob, what on-screen duo had the most iconic chemistry to date? For me, it's Doc/Marty in Back to the Future and Sam Jackson/John Travolta from Pulp Fiction that set the bar high.
Man.
Eddie Valiant and Roger Rabbit. I hate to say it.
I honestly, that one is pretty good.
It's not really a duo, but the original Ghostbusters, that chemistry between the four of them was amazing. And if you want a duo, the Blues Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty good. I mean, I think the only ones I can think of, I'm just looking at a fast list here. I mean,
Harrison
maybe
Ford and Sean Connery in Last Crusade.
Yeah, the original Jay and Silent Bob and Clerks, I think were really funny. But if you want to go for like a legit one, I don't know, maybe Woody and Buzz, they were pretty funny. I love the contrast between those two.
Sam and Frodo, yeah, that's actually a good one.
Yeah. W Red, thank you so much for that 12-month subscription. Well, welcome back for a whole year. Appreciate that.
Woo!
Which
Thank
are you all more excited for? The Snyder Cut release today or Falcon and Winter Soldier tomorrow?
Probably Falcon Winter Soldier.
Yeah, Falcon
You
and
know,
Winter
it's like,
Soldier.
I was actually gonna say Snyder Cut just because I'm sure I'm gonna get something like kind of weird and different. Where even though Falcon Winter Soldier is probably gonna be better,
You might be right. It is going to be more of the same. Whereas
yeah.
Snyder,
I mean,
you
but
never
could be
know
wrong.
what the fuck you're
Could
gonna
be
get.
wrong.
Yeah.
Maybe like Falcon Winter Soldier is like the really weird shit. I mean, it would just totally surprise us.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits, asking a really important question. Weird question alert. What exactly is the overall consensus on comedy involving butts? Shaking, smacking, wiggling, pricking, and all that jazz.
I mean, for me, it all comes down to how it works into some form of misery. Just the more miserable it is, I think the funnier. That scene in Dumb, I'm not a big toilet humor guy, but that scene in Dumb and Dumber with Jeff Daniels on the toilet is one of the funniest things ever because of his reaction and the sounds and the face. I mean, that's so great.
I don't even know where to go with that.
I have no
I'm just gonna
opinions
let
about butts.
Dougal.
Danny R, thank you for the 50 bits. With all this bad weather, I decided to watch Twister again. I'm still trying to figure out why it was so bad for the bad storm chasers to have corporate sponsors. Remember to drink Pepsi.
Because they're only in it for the money, not the
They don't
science.
care about the science. Got themselves some corporate sponsors and all black cars.
To answer an earlier question, that is one of my favorite guilty pleasure movies. I could watch that dumb movie 1,000 times.
Titananiac, I can never say your name right, I'm sorry. Thank you for the 50 bits. Do you watch The Walking Dead? And if so, what are your overall thoughts?
I stopped around the bat scene, and it wasn't because I can't believe they killed off those characters or whatever. I was just like, I'm just done, you know. It finally just kind of wore out its welcome. But I mean, it was still well written and interesting. There's just only so long I can watch that scenario.
Mm-hmm.
But I liked it.
Yeah. The Telltale game is really good. If you still like
I
the
hear it's
world
very
building
good.
in it, the Telltale games are really good.
Yeah.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Was Doom Patrol the first time Brendan Fraser won you over? The Mummy exists. How dare you?
I mean,
I like Brendan
fine,
Fraser, but
he's fine in comedies and stuff. That was the first drama he legit won me over. And I've seen him in other dramas, and he's fine. But like that was legit, like really good.
I don't know what it is. I think because he was so in that action star mode. Like, I hate to say it, I almost feel like putting on the pounds, maybe just he cuts loose a little more and like doing these dramatic scenes. It's like where he doesn't have to be an action hero. I'm like, wow, I never realized how really good he is. So, but I like George of the Jungle. I enjoyed him. I thought he was
Blast from the Past. Blast from the
Past. He's funny. It just depends. I wasn't a giant Mummy fan, so.
Talking to Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug and Rob, which actor do you think is the worst with accents?
I mean,
we all know
Sean
Dick
Connery.
Yeah, Sean Connery. Brad Pitt's not very good.
Dick Van Dyke. No.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dick Van
No,
Dyke,
he only had the
definitely,
one.
man.
He didn't even try an accent in
He
Chitty
didn't
Chitty
try another
Bang
one
Bang.
after that.
Majestic Demon, thank you for the 100 bits. Here are my top 5 animated films. 5, Aladdin. 4, Kung Fu Panda. 3, How to Train Your Dragon. 2, Toy Story. Toy Story 3. And number 1, The Lion King.
Yeah,
Movies.
I should look into that more because it's not a bad question. Like, what's your top 5 or 10 favorite animated movies? And it's like, because I do love animated films so much. There's such a wide variety. I should look more into that. Yeah.
Cameron Blythe, thank you for the 50 bits. A few months ago, I saw an animated movie called 2x2. Brad just did a video on it, and I had to deal with the Aw girls.
Yeah, haven't seen that one. We'll try to check it out.
I know a guys, thank you for the 50 bits. Will you review Rango? I think it's one of those films that deserves more attention. Yes, it has a liar revealed, but in my opinion, it's done better than most films with that stupid cliche.
You know, that was my biggest problem with it. I'm like, oh, it's just this story, and I didn't see too much new with it. I thought it looked cool, But everything else about it, I'm just like, this is just this story. I didn't really see. Maybe I should watch it again. Maybe I'll watch it again. I'll be like, hey, this is actually like really unique. But I just remember the environment was kind of cool, and I guess that ties into the look as well. But I don't remember anything else about it.
Majestic Demon, thank you for the 100 bits. If you know, which Marvel film is the most comic book accurate or has the most comic book references?
Man.
I mean, honestly, Marvel, most movies do a lot of picking and choosing from different comic books. Like, there isn't one that I would say specifically with Marvel that is like super comic book accurate. Like, Civil War is not exactly like the comic is, like which is fine because they're different mediums. Like, you wouldn't want it to necessarily be the exact same story unless it's Killing Joke. In that case, keep it the same, get that Batgirl prequel out of there.
Yeah, I can't think of one. Like,
if I had
every
to
time
guess,
I'm like, no, they changed something.
if I had to guess, I'd probably say Guardians of the Galaxy, because that is so weird, and they kept so much of the weirdness in that. I would assume they probably have a lot of it.
There is a small, sad group of people, very small, who don't like it because they're like, oh no, it's as good as the comic, and the comic did this and that. And like, yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong about it.
But yeah, so I can't think of any.
Yeah. Okami, thank you for the 50 bits. Me being a theater nerd, I have to know, Doug, would you watch the new Broadway production of Moulin Rouge, as being live on stage somehow makes it more tame? I've heard really good things about the Broadway version.
Oh, I'm sure you're right. On stage, I'm sure it's a lot better. I'm curious if they changed the story around or made it more unique. But even then, something about it being on stage is a little bit more of like the spectacle of seeing the dancing and the music and everything live, and you get the audience involved and stuff like that. So I imagine it would be better, but I would check it out, but I don't think I'd do it enthusiastically. You know what I mean? Like, yay!
I'll do it for you.
All right, thank you.
Mamma Mia is actually better on stage too. I hate to say it, but it's better on stage.
I totally believe that. That makes sense why that would work in front of a crowd of people ready to see that and not as a movie.
I know, guys. Thank you for the 50 bits. Do you think you'll be able to review Gooby sometime in the next year? Gooby. Gooby. Gooby.
Oh, B-Y? Oh. I-E is something different. That's right. I remember being told about this. We'll see. I have a bunch of other ones, on the list that take more priority than that, but I will try to get around to that.
Titaniac, thank you for the 50 bits. Which celebrity would you want to be on Nostalgia Critic the most?
Oh,
John Glover.
There you go. It's really more just like who we meet and who we get along with. It's not necessarily like, I want this person, go get him. It's.
But having met John Glover, that dude's insane. I want him on.
Yeah, that would be pretty fun.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Rob, is the fact that Wanda might be... I forgot to mention, can we stop with the spoilers?
I have no spoilers, yeah.
Okay. So, Rob, in that final post-credit scene for WandaVision, is the cries for help the reason why you didn't like it?
Yes. I feel if you're going to do that eventually down the road, that is something that other artists, filmmakers, whatever, can decide. But if you put that right in there at the end of your show, you've already undercut your message, as it were, about what the show is apparently about. That's my issue.
There you go. I think we did that fairly spoiler free.
I'm hoping.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug and Rob, I remember Michelle Pfeiffer during a scene as Catwoman actually put the bird in her mouth and thought, wow, that dedication. Are there any actors you found out that actually did something wild during filming that blew you away?
Tom Cruise in anything.
Thinking
it's special effects. He's like, no, I did that.
Yeah. I'm sure. I know there's others, but those are two really good ones. Tom Cruise and the actual whip stuff. Like, she actually did all that and got it really precise too.
I would say just Bruce Campbell and the amount of abuse he endures at Sam and Ted Raimi's hands and all the other actors. So.
Straight Cash Homie, thank you for the 100 bits. Hi, Channel Awesome. T2 is still my absolute favorite in the series. I feel the sequels are not canon past T2. I'll admit they all have strengths and flaws, though.
Yep.
Yeah, except for Genesis. I don't think I can find much good in that.
having seen them all now, I can go right back to saying that it ends after T2. That's my headcanon.
Hirok, thank you so much for the 500 bits. Appreciate that.
Thank you.
Robo Woman from Superman 3 was terrifying. If you want to know what else is terrifying, the intro to Tale from the Dark Side.
The intro, really? Unless they're talking about the movie. Which even then, really? I mean, if it creeps you out, it creeps you out. I do love both the show and the movie, though.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, just thought I'd let you know, on your art wall, on the door side, right next to the double arrowhead man, there is a letter G in front of 3 triangles. If I'm not mistaken, that G was the emblem for a military organization from Sonic Adventure 2. What exactly is that emblem doing there if you're not a big Sonic fan?
I didn't say I wasn't a big Sonic fan. You're saying that, sir. You're putting words in my mouth.
But did you actually know that's a Sonic reference?
Not only, sir, did I know that's a Sonic reference, but it's when I was in the Sonic fan film as one of those soldiers working for whatever it says on there. That is actually where that's from. While I was on the Sonic fan film, they gave me one of those little patches. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. And I just put it up there. Honestly, that wall I haven't really updated in a long time, so I was like, yeah, just leave it there. Looks cool.
Majestic Demon, thank you for the 100 bits. Which movie do you look back when it was released and think to yourself, how is that movie this old?
Jurassic Park, when they celebrated their, like, was it 20th or 15th or whatever? Like, that was one where I'm like, oh my god, seriously?
I'll say actually Wizard of Oz, when you think that's a movie that's almost 100 years old. Like, that's really bizarre when you think about it and how well it surprisingly still holds up.
Yeah. Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 69 bits. Do you guys like/love educational, I guess I can put /sports movies? I have a few, like Freedom Riders, I have the book too, Mr. Holland's Opus, Remember the Titans, etc. What are your all-time favorites?
Sports movies?
Well, they said educational, so I guess some of those take place in sports settings at like a high school.
Yeah, or teaching.
Yeah.
Man, that's a good question. I don't like a lot of them, surprisingly.
I don't either.
Yeah, like I don't dislike.
Yeah,
them,
I'm trying
to
think of one.
I'm sure there is like one or two, but I just can't think of them.
Yeah, because I didn't like Mr. Holland's Opus.
Yeah, I don't know. I'd have to get back to you on that. I have to look that up because I never even really thought about it. But I'm like, yeah, I guess I really don't like those movies, actually.
Yeah, I know. It's probably just me being like a, well, actually kind of a person. But like most of the time when I watch movies that take place in schools, I'm like, you could never actually do that.
They're all
They're
all kind of a knockoff. They're all kind of a knockoff of like, what's the Sidney Poitier film where he was teaching a group of,
I know you're talking
I don't know.
about.
It's like that film or Dead Poets Society. I feel like they're always knocking off one of those.
I do love Dead Poets Society, though.
I have a trick answer, and I love this. Prisoner of Azkaban.
Oh, wow.
There you go. Yeah, I'll take that. Because that is the one Potter film I really love.
Wow. Majestic Demon, thank you for the 100 bits. I'll bet every time Rob comes up with an intelligent argument on why a movie is terrible, Doug's response is, talk to the hand.
Every time. Get out of our room.
Once.
Or take the camera that's in our room.
He did it once, and fortunately they were able to reattach the hand.
Gary Turbo.
It works. Hey.
Gary Turbo, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug and Rob, quick question. Andy Dalton or Nick Foles? I forgot to add bits.
Who?
Andy Dalton or Nick Foles, Foles. I know sometimes I don't always know how to pronounce every actor's name.
Actually, they're
it's
that's why.
It's the sports ball.
Yeah. Now I didn't know that, but Rob should know that. He's
Wait,
the football
Flo.
guy.
No, I know, because I haven't followed anything this year.
Yeah.
I know this is great. I couldn't tell you. I really couldn't.
Uh,
I have not followed the Bears at all since well into last year.
Jordan all the way, man. Jordan.
Jordan, yeah, gotta go with Jordan.
We're probably gonna have to pick things up. We're about 45 minutes behind.
Gotcha. Okay.
Danny R, thank you for the 50 bits. What's your favorite John C. McGinley role? McGinley, sorry.
That's another. I know I've heard that name, but I'm blanking. Hold on. John C. I'm so sorry.
McGinley. McGin.
Oh yeah, from Scrubs. I mean, I guess I'll say, that Dr. Cox is pretty funny.
I liked him in Office Space too. Yeah, I gotta go Scrubs though. Dr. Cox is amazing.
T. Williams, thank you for the 100 bits. Did you guys see the Zyder cut of Justice League? I've never seen it called that before. And I double in length would review it again.
Yeah, I supported releasing the Zyder cut.
No, haven't seen it yet. Because of Terminator Month, I'm gonna be a little delayed. Hopefully, I'll get it out this weekend though.
Danny R, thank you for the 50 bits. Did you see Jersey Boys? I liked that movie. I think it's the anti-Mamma Mia.
No, I didn't even know they made a movie out of it. I know it was a show.
Yeah, I haven't seen it.
No, I haven't seen either.
I know, guys. Thank you for the 50 bits. Do you ever think you'll watch Lupin the Third, the First? It's a beautiful film with an incredible style and animation.
That's not the Miyazaki one, is it?
No. That's Castle of Cagliostro.
There's a
Yeah, I
CG
love
one
that one.
just came out.
Oh, I haven't
looked
seen that
really
one
cool.
yet.
Yeah,
seen it either,
I don't think
yeah.
I've seen Lupin the Third, the First. There's so much Lupin out there, but I do like Lupin, so
Yeah.
I'll probably get around to it.
He's a wonderful character.
Oh, totally.
Primizer, thank you for the 100 bits. Do an NC on Swept Away with Madonna or LaQuisha, a movie about a white man pretending to be a black woman.
Did Brad ever do that movie, the LaQuisha one?
It sounds like a Brad thing.
Yeah, no, because he showed me the
did.
trailer. I couldn't believe it was
Oh,
real.
that's right. He showed all of us the trailer.
Yeah.
I've seen that trailer because of Brad.
Yeah, that's more his territory. I think he'd do it funnier as well. Swept Away is just boring. I don't want to do it.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. A funny thought occurred to me this morning. Imagine Ferb, Teller, and Silent Bob at a hangout together. Here's how that scenario would play out. Ferb, nothing. Teller, nothing. Silent Bob, nothing. Seems good.
I'd watch that.
There you go. Let's film it.
Kermit Wazowski, thank you for the 100 bits. Is Buster a big talker like Chaplin?
No, he's very quiet, but he's very physically active. Like I said, he loves to pounce on stuff and attack things all the time.
Danny R, thank you for the 50 bits. Just ordered my first Hello Fresh box. I hope you gave a good recommendation. 17 people love Doug Walker.
Nice. Thank you.
Nice.
Gary Turbo, thank you for the 50 bits. Since St. Patty's Day was yesterday, what's your St. Patty's Day tradition? I eat Lucky Charms while I watch Highlander. I know, but you can't pay me to watch Leprechaun and its sequels that shouldn't be made in the first place.
Corned beef and cabbage.
Yeah.
I tend to watch Darby O'Gill. Not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Or one of the like Secret of Kells or Song of the Sea or something like that.
My tradition is just beer.
It's a good tradition.
I thought that was implied. That just goes without saying.
I know you're gonna kill me. I don't like corned beef, so we don't have corned beef and cabbage, so sorry. Anu, thank you for the 50 bits. For a dark tune, could you look at Cheese Chaser, the darkest kids cartoon I ever watched?
Cheese Chaser?
Cheese
Blessed are the
Chaser.
cheese.
Cartoon. Let me see. I love that one. Is it really that dark? I don't see it as that. Maybe I should watch it again, but I don't remember it being that dark. I'll check it out again.
Sigamigs, thank you for the 50 bits. Hello, everyone. Have any of you watched the English dub of the anime Ghost Stories? It's the show that flopped in Japan, so the dubbers were allowed to go nuts and ad-lib it. I literally just watched the first episode with Lucas because it's on Prime now. It's on Amazon Prime.
If only
Rob
we could
showed it
accept
to me.
Jesus into all of our souls.
It's so funny.
Don't
So
have
funny, man. So great.
It is. It is like it's basically just an anime if it was written by the South Park team.
Yeah.
I love it. I absolutely love it. It's one of the most amazing dubs ever. It's one of the few where I think the dub is way superior to the sub.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 100 bits. Also, a follow-up for my last question. Doug, will you plan on doing an NC on Disney-Cember review of Mr. Holland's Opus? It's one of my favorites, and I think it's a really good movie. There's just one subplot that could be written out, but everything else I really enjoyed. Richard Dreyfuss was amazing as Mr. Holland.
You know, I've never seen it. I probably should. I'll try to check it out.
I don't want to break this person's heart, so I'll just be quiet.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Which celebrity had a more awkward career-killing audio recording? Mel Gibson or Christian Vane?
I think they mean Bale.
Oh.
Gibson.
Gibson, man, yeah. I mean, Bale's just like, hey, stay off the set, and he got really angry. Gibson's like says some of the worst things a human being can say.
Yeah, but it's okay because he was drunk. Because we all know the truth never comes out when you're drunk.
Power Gamer, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, when you finish Clone Wars, do you plan on doing vlogs for each season of other cartoons that you've watched?
I don't know. Clone Wars is kind of a unique thing because I know it has such a following. So we'll see. Maybe I will.
General Kenobi, thank you for the 100 bits. For this year's commercial special, could you cover some of the Capri Sun commercials where the kids would try to destroy the pouches and the pouch would mess with kids?
Maybe.
If I remember that.
I was going to say, I know the ones where they turned to like liquid metal. That was the big thing. So I'll try to check those out.
Gary Turbo, thank you for the 50 bits. Seen the new announcement for that garbage Avengers game? They tried to show the Hawkeye scenes, and as someone who just got into archery, Hawkeye sucks. Really? I mean, Hawkeye is a good archer. But so is Arrow, but I just love my CW shows, so.
I'm out of my element.
I have not seen it yet, so can't comment.
Key Rock, thank you for the 420 bits. Question for Heather, or if Doug and Rob know, what movie do I and my daughters need to watch to get to the backstory on WandaVision? Infinity War, Endgame. Yeah. Probably just Infinity War and Endgame is fine.
What about Ultron?
Yeah, duh, Age of Ultron, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right, duh.
Probably those three and you're okay.
Yeah.
Oh, and then Civil War, maybe?
You can kind of deduce some of the Civil War stuff.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
It's really hard for me to say because I'm so entrenched in it. But yeah. Fry Miser, thank you for the 600 bits. For your next commercial special, I've got 3 words for you. Where's the beef?
Where's the beef?
You know, I didn't grow up with those, so I missed that. Everybody quoted it. I'm like, what are they talking about? It was that Wendy's. So maybe I should look into it just to see what that big craze was all about.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Heather, did Doug and Rob see the new Ninja Turtles game you mentioned on Awesome Comics? Can you imagine Michael Bay finding out and putting all his fingerprints all over it? Did you guys see the trailer for the new
I think so. It's
No.
the one. It kind of looks like a 16-bit game, right?
Yeah.
Is that the one?
Yep. It
Yeah.
starts with an intro of it looks like a cartoon intro, and then they show it the actual gameplay of it, and it looks like the old 91 game. I'm so excited for it. It looks so good.
Yeah.
All right, I'll have
it
to
looked
check
neat.
that out.
Also, it would be awful if Michael Bay put his fingerprints all over it. Leave it alone. Adam Gunther,
Yeah.
thank you for the 50 bits. Whose memes are more insufferable for you? Sonic or Shrek?
There's no need to argue. They're all garbage.
Yeah, I actually haven't seen that many of them, so I'm not the guy to ask.
Thanos, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, you should review One Piece. If you start now and review 1 episode a day, it would only take you 3 years to watch all 965 episodes that have come out as of today.
No. One Piece is a perpetual anime machine. For every 1 episode that comes out, 3 more are generated, and it just keeps going like that.
I'm just not going to have time. Yeah, sorry.
Taja Payne, thank you for the 50 bits. So, I got an idea for what you could do in the next convention you go to. Have Rob dress as Bakshi going around the halls. I can see it now. Rob pointing at waifu pillows going, "Oh, look! Boobies!"
Oh, you want me to get me too'd, huh? That's what you want to have happen. They're going to kick me out their tooth sweep.
Cameron, thank you for the 50 bits. How would you feel about Gravity Falls in Kingdom Hearts 4? It would be so cool seeing Donald and Goofy hang with Dipper and Mabel.
Just going through that forest, I think, would be pretty fun, and the different creatures. Yeah, I'd be down for that.
Letter Guy, thank you for the 100 bits. I know you guys aren't as crazy about Cadbury cream eggs, but have you ever had the chocolate cream-filled ones? They're hard to find unless you know where to look, but well worth it. Me, my mom, and my grandma actually prefer them over the regular cream eggs.
No.
Yeah, I've
I
had
like
the caramel one, but yeah, I never had
the
the chocolate
caramel
one.
ones are actually the best ones now. Now that they've changed the recipe and they've made them smaller.
It was
But-
always bad.
You lie. You
No,
shut your
it's
dirty
always
mouth.
the U.S. ones are the one that are bad. If you get them from like, yeah,
I agree.
Yeah.
But, yeah,
ch-
the caramel ones are good.
chat is freaking out about Chaplin right now. They need to pet Chaplin. Orlando Garcia. There it is. Thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, Rob, I don't know why, but I feel you guys would get a kick out of the band Modest Mouse. I know music isn't what you guys focus on, but Modest Mouse sound is so unique and off-color, and I know you guys relish unique and off-color. If you get the chance, start with their most recent album, Strangers to Ourselves, Songs to Look Forward to, The Ground Walks, Lampshades on Fire, Sugar Boots, and Wicked Campaign.
I know I've heard a little bit of Modest Mouse before, and I do remember liking him.
I have not, but I
just-
like weird and offbeat. So
Yeah, just don't ask me to, hum any of them. I don't remember them that well, but I remember them being pretty cool.
T. Williams, thank you for the 100 bits. Talking about weird commercials, there's a German one where a mutant turtle knockoff sells pickles. So a mutant turtle knockoff sells pickles in German.
The sad thing, I think I know
yeah.
what you're talking about. Is this the one where they're in like the spa? I think I might have actually seen that one. It's fucking weird.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. I'm not sure if I have the suggestion for Dark Toons last week, but just in case, it's an episode from SpongeBob called Clams, a Jaws parody where a giant clam eats Mr. Krabs' millionth dollar, which causes him to go insane to the point of holding his employees hostage to get it back, where he starves them for motivation and tries to kill them by using them as bait when they attempt to leave.
Jesus.
I did write that one down. So yeah, it's on the list.
General Kenobi, thank you for the 200 bits. What's been your favorite live-action Disney remake? Mine is Beauty and the Beast. I like the slightly darker tone to the movie, including how they mentioned that if they don't break the spell, everyone dies, so there's more urgency to break the spell.
The only one I liked was Pete's Dragon, and then I thought Jungle Book was okay. I can't stand the other ones.
Cinderella?
Yeah, I guess I say
No.
but parts of Cinderella I like, and I do like most of Pete's Dragon. I don't know if it counts, but 101 Dalmatians was fine. That was okay.
Oh, I guess if we're going back that far, I was thinking of the
Yeah.
recent ones.
Titaniac, thank you for the 100 bits. SpongeBob, a pal for Gary is the worst episode of anything I've ever seen in my life. I would love to see your hateful reaction at Dark Toons or something.
All right. I'll try to take a look at it.
Thanos, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, during your review of animated Lord of the Rings movie, you left out the 1977 Rankin Bass Hobbit movie. It is honestly better than the Jackson movies.
For what it is, yeah, I tend to agree.
Well, okay. Okay. I see what you're saying. For the Hobbit movies, absolutely.
Yeah.
And
for-
I
for
have a soft
what
spot
is.
for the Rankin Bass. I have a soft spot for the Rankin Bass Return of the King too. Really.
Shattuck, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey guys, are you a little hyped to see Godzilla vs. Kong?
Yeah, no, I'm excited.
Yeah,
to see
I'm
that.
looking forward to
I gotta see the second Godzilla movie though, man. I gotta check that out.
I still have to see Kong Skull Island, so we'll figure it out. I know, guys, thank you for the 50 bits. Are you Team Kong or Team That's a Lot of Fish?
Well, I think you just answered your own question there.
I know, guys, thank you for the 50 bits. In honor of Puss in Boots getting a sequel titled The Last Wish, will you review the first one?
Yeah, I haven't
I
seen
don't
it.
know. I remember being all right. I don't think I could get much material out of it.
Adam Grunther, I'm sorry, I don't know why I decided to say Adam. Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you seen the Lost Boys direct-to-video movies that focus on the Frog Brothers? From what I've heard, they're unbearable.
No, as
No,
a
I
shame, 'cause
haven't.
those are funny characters, and they could probably make that good.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Which Indiana Jones companion do you prefer? Karen Allen as Marion or Sean Connery as Indy's dad?
Oh, Karen Allen. Are you
Karen
kidding
Allen,
me?
man. Oh my God.
God,
She's
she was like
awesome.
one of my first crushes. Any girl that can drink you under the table, I swear.
Tinker Hell, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug, any chance you'd revisit Captain Planet for Dark Toons? AIDS, Hitler, gang violence, terrorism, racism, addiction. The well is so deep there. I know you covered it for NC ages ago, but I think there's a lot of material for the new series there.
I mean, when I say dark, I usually mean like good dark, not on a very special episode, very poorly done. So probably not.
Lupin the Third, thank you for the 137 bits. No message, just bits. Thank you.
Thank you.
King of Autumn, thank you for the 50 bits. To Doug and Rob, which do you think is the best decade for horror movies? The 70s or the 80s?
It's kind of
they're very
oranges.
Yeah, 80s is probably more entertaining,
Yeah.
but 70s has more to say.
Yeah, there's a little more artsiness to the 70s horror films, but the 80s are immensely entertaining.
Yeah.
Titaniac, thank you for the 100 bits. Mad Max Fury Road is my favorite Nostalgia Critic review. Your skits with sets and costumes are so fun and hilarious. I miss them. Please do more.
We gotta wait for a few things to pass, and then we'll get back to them, man.
They're fun for us too.
Yeah.
Master Gamgee, thank you for the 50 bits. Just wanted to say thanks for not getting annoyed whenever we ask about the Kingdom Hearts side games. We're not greedy, just trying to warn you that Square Enix doesn't treat some of them like side stories, more like what the MCU movies are to the Avengers films.
Yeah, no, that's what I gather. That's why I'm gonna watch a recap video on that and try to look it up.
And that is why we're going to have a quiz. I'm very excited for this quiz tomorrow, Doug. You have no idea. I haven't
You're
written
just
a
happy to
quiz
be
in
a
a
teacher
year and a
again.
half.
Yeah, you put a great big F on there and be like, I get to fail Doug.
Alex the Halloween Queen, thank you for the 100 bits. Happy Thursday, everyone. Did you guys see both trailers for In the Heights? I'm so excited. I did.
I didn't.
I love musical movies, so I am also very excited for In the Heights. It's going to be great. I'm so pumped.
Even the teaser looked good, honestly. I don't know anything about it, just know it looked good.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. Last bits for today. What the hell were they thinking? Josh Gad cracks his jaw wide open. Am I missing something? All right, sorry. Oh, it's about Artemis Fowl, maybe? Okay. Last bits for today. What the hell were they thinking? Josh Gad cracks his jaw wide open, sucks up sand, and shits it out? This is supposed to be Artemis Fowl, not freaking Wario World. P.S. Is Artemis Fowl on the list? Lol.
It is, but we have to wait for it to come on Blu-ray, we need like a physical copy of it. So yeah, but it is on the list.
Well, if you need the opinion of someone who's read the books and likes the books, let a girl know.
I will bring you on, man. Yeah, I don't know shit about the books. I just know anyone that reads it.
You can tell us how much it sucks.
Danny R, thank you for the 50 bits. Are you ever going to review Napoleon Dynamite?
I don't know what I could get out of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't think of any material for it.
Adam Gunther, thank you for the 50 bits. What is a cliche that you hate that no one talks about? For me, it's where two characters are in an argument until one character says something really insulting and the other one just gives them a silent, shocked, betrayed expression before storming off.
So this is more sitcom-y, but in sitcoms, I hate you give the pithy retort and the other person just goes. Frasier was really bad at that, where they always had these like looks, and they're really cringy whenever I watch them.
I guess the one that's popping to mind, which I don't see as much, but when someone thinks they're saying something revolutionary and new, and millions of people have said it before, I think that's one of the reasons I hate Moulin Rouge so much. They're like, love is great! Like, oh, they're right! You know, it's like, this is not groundbreaking stuff, you know? So, yeah.
WWE and Anime Rules, thank you for the 50 bits. Will you do Around the Clock in 80, or Around the World? My gosh, I don't know why my brain read that. Will you do Around the World in 80 days after Terminator Month? And if you are taking suggestions for deep dive, how about doing Jackie Chan, Adam Sandler, and Robin Williams? Sorry.
I have thought about doing Jackie Chan, because that is a fascinating story, and he's just such a cool guy. The others, I don't... Again, I have to have like a passion for it. And I do love Robin Williams, but there's almost too much. Actually, it's the same thing with Jackie Chan. It's like there's almost too much to talk about. So I don't know. I'll get back to you on that.
Gary Turbo, thank you for the 50 bits. I hate when people ship gay characters with straight characters. They do it with Rita and Larry on Doom Patrol. They do it with Mateo and Cheyenne on Superstore. Just because they're friends or coworkers that get along don't mean they have to be in a relationship.
I tend to, it's always tough because, like, well, I think Rob was saying before, like with Cora, you were like, I see some, some sparks there. And I'm like, oh my God, you just get two hot women together and that's what you want to see. And then that's what happened. So it's like, well, what do you do? Because it's like, what's for, what's against? I don't know. I mean, I think the big thing is just chemistry.
Did I call it, or was it just wishful thinking?
Yeah. But that's the thing. It's like, is the chemistry like, hey, these two work well off each other, just as like partners or whatever, or is it like romantic thing? Like, and just real quick, in Rise of Skywalker, the romance that suddenly happens at the end, I'm like, where'd that come from? Like, I didn't feel like that was their connection at all.
Yeah.
So it just depends.
Yeah, but
meanwhile, I think Finn and Poe was the one where I'm like, really, these two need to be the
Yeah, but yeah, on the flip side of that, people can definitely be friends without being in a relationship as well.
Exactly. Yeah. No. That's what I was saying with Rise of Skywalker.
Right.
I'm like, oh, I actually
They could
thought
just
they
be
were
friends.
more interesting when they weren't that. Yeah.
That's fine. Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 100 bits. So the Oscar noms were just released, and I'm a huge animation fan. And the one short I'm still hoping will win this year is If Anything Happens, I Love You. Have any of you guys seen it? It's on Netflix, and it's 10 minutes or so, but it's so beautiful, and it made me cry. Please, I highly recommend it.
If it's on Netflix, I'll check it out. I only generally I only see the shorts when they're before a movie.
Yeah.
I haven't even heard of that one, so I'll check that out.
I heard really, really amazing things about it, and I know it's only 10 minutes, but I know based off what the subject matter is, I'm gonna need to be in a mood that's gonna affect my mood all day. So I'm gonna need to be in a mood, and I'm gonna need to be in a headspace, so...
All right, no, I'll check that out.
It's very sad and dramatic, but I've heard it's really well done. Cameron, thank you for the 50 bits. In Kingdom Hearts 1, there's 2 Keyblades once you go back to Hollow Bastion. One is when you go to the library and talk to Belle, and the area where you fight Riku.
Oh, okay. Well, I think I'm in the final level now, so
Yeah.
I don't know if I can go back, but good to know now.
King of Autumn, thank you for the 50 bits. If you're looking for movie recommendations, you need to check out /review Reign of Fire and Stay Alive. First one has Christian Bale, Gerald, I can never say his name.
Gerard.
Oh, thank you. Butler. All right, McConaughey, set in a dystopian post-apocalyptic with motherfucking dragons. Could be some good jokes. But the latter...
It's pretty bad. I've seen it.
But the latter is very interesting for being Disney's only slasher. No joke.
Oh, what's the name of the other one? I'm sorry.
Stay Alive.
Stay Alive? Okay. I don't even know if I've heard of that one. Yeah, I haven't seen Reign of Fire, but I probably will check it out because I've heard some bad things about it too.
Cameron, thank you for the 50 bits. In the UK, Channel 4 has started showing Cowboy Bebop, and I watched the first 2 episodes. Really entertaining.
It only gets better, man. It only gets better.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
so good.
It's very good. Prime over 9,000, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you watched Batman the Brave and the Bold?
A little bit. It's
I have.
not for me.
It's
I get why
fun.
people love it. Yeah, I totally understand it, and it's very faithful to like that style. It's very clever and smart, but it's just not for me.
That's fair. Devox, thank you for the 100 bits. Which movie jumps to your mind when you think of a movie with very dated effects?
Usually any kind of like CG, like
Yeah, like the
like kind of that
Mummy
late
Returns with
that late
The Rock.
90s, early 2000s CG. Yeah, let's go with that. Mummy Returns. We'll go with that.
Flutter Guy, thank you for the 100 bits. Hey guys, this might be a really unpopular opinion, but even as a little kid, I never really found Jessica Rabbit all that attractive. To this day, I never thought her design was too weird, I thought her design was too weird, over-exaggerated, and kind of gross in all honesty. I think she's severely overrated on hottest animated women lists where she's always number 1.
I tend to agree. No, because
I
no,
plead
mean,
the fifth.
No. It's like, because if you were to actually have that like in real life, it'd be like, how could this woman exist? It's really weird, and it's like the eyes, like when people try to look like her in makeup stuff and everything, they make the eye really big. It just looks
She's
weird.
not bad, Doug. She's just drawn
It's
that way.
drawn that way. So yeah, even though I always make jokes about, oh, Jessica Rabbit, haha, it's like she is a little weird looking.
Majestic Demon, thank you for the 100 bits. Good point on The Wizard of Oz, Doug. It also blows my mind how Snow White is almost 100 years old, and how much of that movie still holds up pretty well.
Yeah, they're very similar. It's similar types of storytelling where it's 100% emotion. There's no logic to them. And I don't see anything wrong with that. I think that's a fascinating way to tell a story, honestly.
WWE, thank you for the 50 bits. If you review Terminator Genesis, will you mention the Triple H Terminator entrance at WrestleMania 31?
Oh, I forgot about that. I'll see if I can slip it in. I literally just wrote the script of that, so I'll see what I can do.
General Kenobi, thank you for the 100 bits. With the 100th anniversary of The Wizard of Oz, would you consider doing a review of either Oz the Great and Powerful, the Muppet version of the movie, or just the original Wizard of Oz?
I did Disney December on Oz Great and Powerful. Actually, the original Wizard of Oz would be kind of interesting. Maybe I'll do that. We'll have to see, because there's a lot I can talk about with that.
Yeah. Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 50 bits. The Bears, Flip's hat, da Bulls. Sorry, I always think of the SNL skit whenever I see you guys.
The Hawks.
We'll take it.
The Fire.
Did you just say the Fire?
Yeah.
Look at you knowing our professional soccer team.
We have a professional soccer team.
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Soccer. I hardly knew her, but
Yu-Gi-Oh fan, thank you for the 50 bits. Hi everyone, since it's that wonderful time of year, do you guys like to fill out March Madness college brackets just for fun?
No, I don't.
I don't.
I enjoy college sports more because it's a little crazier, but I don't follow well enough to even know where I would put a March bracket at.
Angsty middle school Heather used to hate college basketball because my dad used to be a ref. Well, he still does ref. And he got to the level where he was doing some like college level basketball games and things like that. And I would go to his basketball games and be like, I don't want to be at stupid U of I watching stupid basketball right now.
Well, I mean, it's U of I, so that's fair. How many times can you watch the same team lose?
Right. So I always like, meh. Danny R, thank you for the 50 bits. If Arnold came up to you and said, come with me if you want to live, would you go with him?
Hell yeah.
Why
that man
I?
can take me anywhere.
Honestly, if Arnold Schwarzenegger came up and said to me, come with me if you want to live, I would just bank that. I'm like, you know what? He's here for a reason.
Yeah, he's got a plan. It's probably a good one.
Flutter Guy, thank you for the 100 bits. Last bits of the night. What 10 movies, okay. What 10 movies would you say left a lasting impression on you? Mine are Little Mermaid, Edward Scissorhands, Revenge of the Sith, Alita, Prince of Egypt, Us, MLP the Movie from 2017, Soul, 9, and Homeward Bound.
Man, I don't know if we can do 10, man. We'll just name some.
Yeah, just name
Paths
some.
of Glory, Into the Spider-Verse, Millennium
Brazil,
Actress,
Wizard of Oz, honestly,
Fargo,
The Straight Story, Where the
Big
Wild
Lebowski.
Things Are. Yeah, Fantasia. There you go.
Cameron, thank you for the 50 bits. I don't know if it counts, but Christopher Robin was honestly my favorite out of the live-action Disney remakes, in my opinion.
I mean, does it count? I don't know. Maybe it does. I don't know. I
More of
thought
a
it was just
sequel,
alright.
really. I don't know if I
Yeah,
count that as a remake. It's a sequel.
But I thought it was all right.
Rock, thank you for the 420 bits. To Doug and Rob, final comment for the evening. Near Dark was directed by Catherine Bigelow, who was married to James Cameron at the time, and boy does it show with the cast and extras. It's really good, and even if there's no NC review, I would look forward to your thoughts, both of you, when you want to watch it. I have heard of that then.
The cast, I noticed, was very Cameron-esque.
Is that the same person that did The Hurt Locker? Or am I thinking of a different director then?
I'm not sure.
I'm not sure either. But still, sounds worth checking out.
Shattuck, thank you for the 200 bits. I would like again to recommend the anime Overlord to you guys. Just showed it to a friend that is not that much into anime and he loved it. Think you guys will like it a lot too. And if you like, you can make a review for each episode.
Oh, probably not bad. But I think I've heard of the show. I've heard it's pretty good. So I'll see if I can check it out.
Oh, I've seen this. Yeah, actually, it was decent. I watched so much anime that I was like, I had to look it up. I'm like, oh, no, I saw that.
Taylor with Ty, thank you for the 100 bits. Forgive me if someone asked you guys this, but are you doing a sibling rivalry on the Snyder Cut?
I don't think we're not gonna have time. Yeah, because it's so damn long, and I'm doing Terminator month, so I'm just gonna film my reactions real fast.
Devox, thank you for the 2 gifted subs. We appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. With Deadpool moving to the MCU, do you think Disney will have the guts to make it rated R? Yeah, they've already confirmed it's going to be rated R.
Yeah.
They've already confirmed.
I think they'd be foolish not to do that.
To not do it would be insane.
Yeah.
Who's going to see it?
Taylor with Ty, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, are you ever going to review the 2019 Black Christmas?
Yeah, I have plans to do that with Brad. I think he had to get the last remake before that done, and then I think it's this year is when we're doing that. So yes, we're definitely gonna talk about it.
I love chat. Rob has the power of God and anime on his side. I love that meme. Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Which 2020 animated movie did you like more? Soul or Wolfwalkers?
Oh, don't make me
Soul.
choose.
I like Wolfwalkers, but clearly Soul.
I probably like them both equally. I mean, maybe I like Soul a little more because I did like Secret of Kells better than Wolf. They're both really good. That's all you need to know. See them both.
Danny R, thank you for the 50 bits. Glasses plus bourbon plus complaining equals Rob. That's it. That's the whole thing.
Cool.
Rob's like, hooray, everyone understands my brand.
I gotta stay on brand.
Adam, thank you for the 50 bits. What were your thoughts on the villain in Wolfwalkers, the Lord Protector? Personally, whenever I saw him, I could only see a Diet Frollo.
Right.
Hey, that's fair. That's fair.
Yeah. There were some shots directly lifted to the point that I'm willing to just claim homage. Because, like, I feel like, okay, they're really doing this intentionally. But, yeah, I did like that he did have conviction, though. I always felt like he really believed the shit he was espousing. So it's just, he's misguided. But, yeah, I agree. He's very Diet Frollo.
Talkative Carl, thank you for the 50 bits. Doug and Rob, with many reviewers and critics who comment about bad and tired cliches, why doesn't TV shows / movies either stop them or tone it down? Because I know that they hear these criticisms, but they keep doing it. The CW network, I think, is notorious for the cliches. Yeah, but the CW, in my opinion,
the teenagers
has leaned into it as well. Like, that's why it's such wonderful, like, giant flaming trash fires, because, like, they leaned into it and they're like, fine, here it is.
Well, let's be honest.
Probably because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They just feel like, well, we just keep recycling the same thing again and again. We don't have to put any effort into it.
Yeah, it sells. And for a lot of people, it's familiar. They don't have to think too much outside the box. So people do like stuff different, but just a little different. Just, baby steps. So I think that's the reason why.
Taylor with Ty, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug and Rob, I have a movie recommendation for Nostalgiaween. The movie is called Satan's Little Helper. It's such a baffling and WTF kind of movie, and it's written by the same guy who wrote The Neverending Story 3.
I think I've seen this. Hold on. Satan's Little Helper. Is this the one with, like, the Antichrist, I think? No, it is not. It's something completely different. I have not seen that. I will check it out.
Hi, Noah, guys. Thank you for the 50 bits. Will you review a 2011 film called Rio?
R-I-O? The animated one? That's another one I don't like, and I just don't wanna. I don't have a passion to rip it apart, so probably not.
Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. What are your thoughts on Jessica Rabbit as a character in terms of personality instead of how she's drawn? On a side note, here's something you won't unsee. When the wind is blowing in her hair during a driving scene, it looks like she's holding onto Elmer Fudd's to hide a bald spot.
Let's keep this in mind about Jessica Rabbit. She says that she's not bad, she's just drawn that way. And out of all the people she could have shacked up with, she chooses a cartoon rabbit because he makes her laugh. I think that says a lot about her character, actually. I was like, she seems pretty nice.
I actually think she's a great character, and I love the voice. What's her name? Catherine Turner. I forget. Yeah, Kathleen Turner. Thank you. The character is great, actually. I think it's a really fantastic character. It's just when people are talking about attractiveness and stuff, it's like, I tend to agree. She's a little odd looking.
Yeah, she is a really great femme fatale. So, yeah. Kirok, thank you for the 100 bits. Yes, same director that did The Hurt Locker for that vampire movie.
Cool.
So,
All right.
Great. Adam Grunther, thank you for the 50 bits. Who was your overall favorite character from the Harley Quinn show now that you've finished it? Oof.
Maybe Clayface. He always made me laugh. Yeah, just the thespian. He always made me laugh.
Alan Tudyk is a treasure. Also, side note, I completely lost it. Did you notice that the roll-up like pill bug was voiced by Alan Tudyk in Raya?
Yes, I did
Yeah,
see
I
that.
was
They
like-
give him the weirdest fucking...
He's he's that little pill bug thing.
It's
I
so
love Alan
weird.
Tudyk.
He plays these incredible roles, and then he'll just like cluck or make like barking sounds or something. It's so bizarre.
It's amazing, and
Because
I
he's
love
the
it.
man, Doug.
Shattuck, thank you for the 100 bits. Last bits for tonight. One movie, Doom Annihilation. The first Doom might not be good, but this one, as a Doom fan, oh god, perfect for an NC. Trust me, it's painful. It's painful.
I didn't even know
Sorry.
it existed.
I
I'll
think I've
look
heard
into
of
it.
that.
Yeah. And we actually caught up almost 10 minutes
Hey.
early with all the bit
Oh,
messages.
shit.
Look at that.
Oh,
Look at that. I had to say something because now
God.
they're coming in, you know?
Yeah.
But yay! What a catch up. Well, I mean, I felt like we had a pretty good pace on this one. Y'all did good.
Yeah. Yeah, you kept them short. Thank you.
Yes.
Keep them short.
Yes. Taylor with Ty, thank you for the 100 bits. With the new Mortal Kombat movie coming out next month, what movie based on video games would you guys like to see? Metroid?
Castlevania.
Yeah, I was gonna say Metroid. I think would be
Metroid.
pretty cool.
I mean, a Zelda movie would be good, but
Yeah, like
Yeah.
Lord of the Rings style Breath of the Wild
Yeah.
movie would be
Yeah.
amazing. M12G, thank you so much for that 14-month subscription.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Woo.
that. Thank you. With what's up, my mother humpers. Have a sub, and thank you for last night, Heather. Rob and Heather, please, for the love of God, tell me you're watching Jobless Reincarnation. No, I'm not. I will not
No.
back down on the show. It's a new favorite anime ever.
I
Jobless
still I've been
Reincarnation.
really bad about anime over the past year. I still got to catch up on what's it called? Was it the Neverland show? There's a second
Oh.
season of that, and I got to catch up on that. That show was great.
Yeah, Promised Neverland?
Kept me on the edge of it. Promised Neverland, thank you.
Yeah.
I was like, Endless Neverland?
No,
That was
Promised.
something. Yeah, Promised Neverland. But I don't know. I'll look up that show and see. I got to get back into anime. The pandemic was not good for me for that.
Yeah. Sigamigs, thank you for the 50 bits. What are your guys' thoughts on VTubers? People that stream online using virtual avatars. Usually anime ones.
Oh, I mean, I haven't
float
seen
your
that
boat, I
many,
don't care.
but yeah, I mean, if that's what works, that's what works. Go for it.
Yeah,
Got
yeah,
no problem with
exactly. Blake to Nothing, thank you for the 50 bits. Hi guys, no question. Just wanted to say have a great night and thanks for all the years of entertainment.
Oh, thank you.
it.
Thank you.
I gotcha.
Okami, thank you for the 50 bits. Would you guys think if the Disney remakes were the original and the original were the remakes, do you think the remakes would be praised like the original movies back then? So
I
basically,
know what you're trying to
yeah,
say.
yeah.
Yeah, if there was no animated originals and they just released these remakes, I think they would be seen as okay.
Yeah, that's what I think.
Question mark? Because I still think the acting in a lot of them is pretty lame, but I'd be like, oh, look at the visual style. Look at that's a
I
interesting.
mean, it's a weird question
twist or
because
idea.
if you released something like Cinderella or Dumbo back when they came out in the 40s, we'd be praising them as being 50 years ahead of their time in special
Yeah.
effects at least. So I don't know how quite to answer the question.
Amadeus Zelda wants to know, is Terminator 3 better or worse than Sinbad, which DreamWorks released into theaters the same day?
Oh, the animated one?
It's Sinbad. I don't know.
If it's the animated one, I like the animated one. Fine.
Yeah, the animated Sinbad was fine. I'd say Sinbad.
It's more creative.
Yeah.
J-Star is not trying to fight with me, but all right, guys, I've come up with an argument for those people who say anime is only made in Japan. If the show has to be animated in Japan to be anime, what about the animated series from North America that are animated in Japan? Is that anime? In your own logic, it is. If anyone can argue otherwise, that's good, but I will always argue that anime can come from Europe, North America, China, or Australia.
Of course it can, because anime isn't even coming out of Japan. It's coming out of Korea and Vietnam. So
Hyper Fanboy says, I recently started a SpongeBob rewatch to see if I could find any good episodes for Dark Toons, and the first one I found was Squeaky Boots. It's a parody of the Telltale Heart.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
All right. It's gonna be something silly like a boot that he squished and had tried to hide or something, though. It's not gonna be that dark. Although maybe I'm wrong. I'll check it out.
Lord R. Wolfen wants to know, would you review the American live-action Fist of the North Star movie, which stars Dante Bosco as Bat?
What? Fist?
I haven't
of
watched the anime,
North...
so
Oh, you
I
I
haven't?
can't help you out on that. No, I've not seen Fist of the North Star.
Oh, it is very
I
rare.
mean, I
I've
know
seen an
what it
anime.
is, but-
I was gonna say it sounds really familiar.
Oh, Fist of the North Star is great.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of classic anime. That's one that somehow missed me.
Yeah, I didn't even
Yeah,
know
I
there was
bet.
a live-action one, though. Sounds a little rough, but, I mean, I do love Dante, so...
Yeah.
Don't we all?
Kirok, thank you for the 100 bits. Okay, I was supposed to be done, but was T3 really that bad, guys?
Yeah, it's pretty bad.
Pretty bad, but it's not like there's nothing good in it. I actually think a lot of comedy works. When it doesn't, it painfully doesn't.
Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. When I said last bits for the day, it was a lie. Just wanted to say, any episode of Sonic Saturday AM would be perfect for Dark Toons, or it's Sonic Sat AM is what they have. I don't know if
Yeah,
the
I
TAM.
would say
yeah.
Saturday.
My
Maybe
bad.
I'm trying to remember. I remember the one where he keeps having a dream that Sally's turned into a robot. Like, I mean, she doesn't clearly,
That
but
was
it's like
pretty
that was a
good.
little creepy. Yeah, maybe that's just the thing about people being turned into robots that just freaks me out. I don't know. We're talking about Superman 3 too.
It was a pretty dark show for what it was, which is what I
Yeah.
liked about it.
Oh, sorry. Now that you're talking about it, I do know what this show is. Okay, got
Yeah.
it. Got
Saturday
it. Got it.
morning Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah. Hyper Fanboy wants to know, are there still first viewings for the Terminator month?
Yeah, it's gonna be
Yeah,
for Genesis and Dark Fate. Yeah, because the others it's just like, and I did film one for Terminator 2, but I was looking over, I'm like, we're mostly just saying how awesome it is. There's not much to it. So
What do you say
so
to
we'll do
that?
Genesis and Dark Fate.
Ozzy Wing wants to know, since the DuckTales reboot ended, are you going to review it for this Disney summer?
I'm gonna try and get it in for this year. If not, it'll be next year.
King of Autumn wants to know, any Terminators are you going to leave out for the Terminator month? Or are you reviewing all 6?
I'm doing all 6. I'm just gonna have one bleed into April.
The only two things we're not doing are the Sarah Connor Chronicles and the Terminator 3 ride kind of thing.
Yeah,
that
I don't
was
even know how we would do that. Even though I did
Yeah.
see it, it was a lot of fun. But yeah, I don't know how I would review that.
Hyper Fanboy says they've got an idea for how to finish your Adventure Time vlogs. Advember Time, where you do a vlog every day of November.
Yeah.
Good luck,
that'll-
Doug.
On it.
Right before Christmas. You won't
yeah.
be rushed.
Yeah, and then never busy around then. Probably not. Even though I'd really like to finish it off. I don't know. Maybe I'll do like Steven Universe and watch like a recap video or something.
Cameron, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you watched the show Still Game? It's one of the most popular shows on Scotland.
No, I haven't
Don't
even
get much
heard of it.
Scottish TV out here. Sadly, I feel like
Yeah.
that sounds like something that would be fun, is watching Scottish TV, but we don't get it.
Yeah. Taylor with Ty, thank you for the 100 bits. Doug, since you're doing a Courage Dark Toons month, I recommend the episode The House of Discontent.
Okay, yeah, I'm definitely gonna put on like my Facebook like episodes that people recommend, for that month. So yeah, I'll look into that one.
All right. Ozzy Wing wants to know, are you hyped for season 4 of Infinity Train?
Yeah, I haven't seen the trailer yet. I want to check that out. I like how each season kind of follows like a different person, and they're all little they're like different personalities and different problems and stuff. So yeah, no, I'm excited for that, even though I haven't seen the trailer yet.
Majestic Demon, thank you for the 100 bits. If you got to spend a day with a fan, who would get more love? You, Rob, or Chaplin?
Oh, Chaplin, you kidding me?
Yeah, that'd be my thought. He's getting more love right now, even though I was trying to talk to people.
Kermit Wazowski, thank you for the 50 bits. Question for Chaplin. Does Doug's head taste good?
Chaplin?
Come on. Come on. All right. What?
That's it. Just a what? Beautiful. Wonderful content we have here.
Now he's after the mic. Look at that, man. Now he's like trying to eat the mic. What's wrong with you? What's wrong
Give
with
us
you
some
today?
meow. Oh, come on, Chaplin. Give us a meow.
Give us some meow. Come on. Aren't you gonna meow?
Ike and Wendy
I
do
don't
it.
think
Come
you
on.
No, he only meows when the door is closed. So,
Of course.
Yeah, I'd have to get up close to the door. Yeah.
Cameron, thank you for the 50 bits. Have you seen the show The In-Betweeners? It's one of the most popular comedies in the UK. Sorry about asking. Oh, no, don't apologize for asking.
Yeah, no, please,
No,
over here.
I have not.
I think I've heard of it, but I have not seen it. But yeah, I've heard that. I heard it's supposed to be really, really good.
Yeah. Orlando Garcia, thank you for the 100 bits. Just wanted to know if we have any Jack Films fans out there. Any bitches out there?
Yeah.
Beaches? But I don't know how he says it. I'm sorry. I don't watch Jack Films. I'm sorry.
It's French. It's bichet.
Bichet. Sorry. There we go.
I've seen a little bit. You guys should too. It's good stuff.
R Red says, Doug, could you do a Dark Toons episode on That's Life from the Fairly Odd Parents, season 3, episode 1B, the one with the undead gerbil in it?
Sounds fun. Yeah, I'll write that down. I've seen a little bit of that show, not much, but the idea of a dark episode of that kind of sounds interesting.
Cameron, thank you for the 50 bits. Another UK show that is funny is Father Ted.
That I have seen some episodes.
I've seen a little bit of that. Yes, that is very funny. Yeah, I do like that show.
WWE, thank you for the 50 bits. Which of these series, Goof Troop, Rescue Rangers, Tailspin, Gummy Bears, and Darkwing Duck, could we see next after their cameos in DuckTales?
I would like, well, Darkwing Duck, obviously. Rescue Rangers and Tailspin, I really liked. I was never a big Goof Troop fan, and I don't really know quite how you fit Gummy Bears into it, so.
Yeah, I'll say this, Goof Troop you could probably have fun with now with technology, and I feel like kids are written a lot better in kid shows now, more modern kid shows, so I think you could have fun with that. But yeah, Darkwing Duck, man, I think there's so much potential there.
Sailor Aaron, thank you for the 75 bits. I don't know if you guys heard of this show, but I grew up with this show as well as Avatar, and it's codenamed Kids Next Door. I hope you watch it soon. I'm planning to rewatch it again.
I've heard the title. I've never watched it, though.
I know it is. I've seen it a little bit. It's cute. It's like these kids, like, in their little spy tree house. They're, like, fighting, the adults, and but they're legit, like, the adults are legit, like, bad guys, and the kids are legit, like, good guy spies, and it's stuff like playtime and when to go to bed, and it's, like, all these fights that go on, and the strategy behind it. It's very cute.
M12, thank you for the 50 bits. I shot you a thank you message, Heather. See you guys later. Going to work. Bye. Bye, M12. Thank you. Cameron, thank you for the 50 bits. A suggestion for Dark Toons, an episode of the UK show Pingu, where Pingu has a nightmare with a creepy walrus.
I've seen it. It just looks freaky. I couldn't find too much else to talk about with it. But that walrus is pretty terrifying.
Oreo wants to know Cobra Kai season 3. Is it fun? Did you like it?
I still haven't seen it, man. I started it.
I did. We're getting near the end, though, where I feel like we're good. One more season, this needs to wrap up now, but I did like it.
Power Gamer has some Dark Toons recommendations: the Gumball episodes, The Joy, the Tiny Toon episode, Tunes from the Crypt, and the SpongeBob episode, Krabby Patty Creature Feature.
Okay, I tried finding the Gumball one, The Joy, because people were telling me about that, and I couldn't find a copy of it. So I still have it on the list. I just had to find some way to get a copy to review it.
Yeah. All right. Well, it is 7 o'clock here.
Alrighty.
So
I just can't believe we made it actually we could actually answer the questions at the end.
Yeah.
That's so cool.
And I don't even feel like we rushed too hard either. So hooray! Yeah. We might be finding our beat.
Guys. Yeah, well, that's on you guys, too. You're keeping them a lot shorter. I think that made a big difference. So thank you guys so much.
I agree. And it's so much more fun when we can make sure we see chat questions as well, too.
Yeah.
So, yay!
It is.
All right, well, everyone, thank you so much for hanging out with us. We super appreciate you being here. As I say every time, we've got content here 6 days a week, so you don't just come today and tomorrow. We got content here Monday through Saturday. Tomorrow, though, there will be no Malcolm stream, so if you normally hang out at 1 o'clock with Malcolm is canceling the stream. I'm almost positive that was what the text said, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
No, he's not going to be
not
able to
all
make it.
together.
Yes.
that day.
Just for that day, just for tomorrow, he's got another thing that's happening, so don't worry about him. He's not sick or anything, just has a little thing. And then Doug is finishing Kingdom Hearts tomorrow night. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be awesome. I'm so excited about this quiz. I don't think if you know, I'm excited about this quiz. But I'm excited about this quiz.
I might have to watch this tomorrow. I gotta see this.
All right. So have a wonderful night, everyone. Hopefully we'll see you soon. Thank you so much, and take care.
Bye, later.
Bye. General Kenobi,
Bye.
thank you for the 50 bits. Appreciate it. Bye.
Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.